And we are live. That's right. What's going on, Michael Gonzalez? Welcome to the stream / podcast / I can't talk today. I need more rain, non-sponsored energy drink here. I'm flipping it up today, Jax. Usually, you know me, I got my alky.
I got my Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Hey,
I got some water.
Yeah.
Water.
We're showing our extreme side today. We're showing our extreme side. Water, energy drink, Starbucks.
Right. With the topic at hand, would it be? We're extreme.
The real extreme Starbucks.
Yes.
Big Josh, welcome. So, Jax, how you doing? How you been before we get going in a minute?
I've been good. Like, nothing really new, but, I've been good. What about you guys?
Danny,
I was waiting for you. But yeah, I've been good, though. Yeah, I've been good.
How's the alien? How's the alien in the back doing?
Alien in the background. Yep, I'm about to get abducted. Yes.
Oh, shit. Fellow wrestling fan. Tino in the house. What's going on? Welcome, my friend. Yes, we're getting some more wrestling fans in here.
Nice.
I know. I made sure to share that link like crazy because I don't really talk about wrestling on my channel. Like every now and then I'll do it. I was like, all you, because I have wrestling followers. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, for all you that want to talk about wrestling, now's the time to head over there. So
right. That's right.
It'll be fun.
Now, the female wrestler that was really popular in the late 80s, early 90s, and she was in WWE, and then eventually she went over to WCW. Was that remind me? Was that who was the name of that? She's tall, white, blonde hair. And this was pre-Attitude Era. This was like late 80s, early 90s. Was it the Fabulous? Not the Fabulous. Not Moolah.
Missy Hyatt? Was it Missy Hyatt? No.
No. I can't remember her name. But she was the one that dunked the title, the WWE Women's title.
Oh,
who is that?
Alundra Blaze.
Yes,
Alundra Blaze. Yes, Alundra Blaze. You dumped in the Nitro. Yeah.
That's why I got you guys here. You guys are my second and third brain.
Yes.
But also remember, I was born in '88, so I'm not going to remember a lot of this. I remember Attitude Era and up, and even so, there was a lot of breaks in between because I didn't have cable. And remember, Raw was on cable. So
the Silver Fox is old and losing memory over here. So I need you guys. All right. So I grew up a little bit during what am I talking about? I grew up during the golden era of WWE. I remember seeing on television when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant, and it was amazing. And throughout the 80s, I have a soft spot for the 80s, for the golden era of WWE and stuff like that. But then when we get to the 90s, when we get to the new generation, Tino says, I know nothing about ECW, but let's play. All right.
Hey,
good, man. Welcome. We're going to educate you today. We're going to school you. Oh, we got, what is this here? Clint Saunders here. I'm taking Danny for featherweight champ 2021.
2021, baby, yeah.
Who will be the first to do the Stone Cold, Steve Austin? That's right. We're not talking
that was you, man, right there.
We're not talking about WCW. We're talking about ECW. And my throat is gone. Dudleys were at their best. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Oh, he's got the Sasha Banks avatar there. I see that. All right.
I see, yeah.
There, thank you, Big Josh. It was Medusa. I don't know why I was thinking of Moolah earlier, but yeah, Alundra Blaze.
Medusa too, yeah, Medusa also,
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got enough people now. We'll go ahead and get this party rock and rolling. Welcome, everyone, to another Verbal Nectar podcast. That's right, the ridiculous name, brought to you by a ridiculous person. And today we're talking about That's right. We can't get it. Yeah. All right, chat. I want you to tell me. Let's get this going here. Extreme Championship Wrestling. Yeah.
Well, I can hear the music now. Okay.
I can hear now. A little of that right there. Here we go.
Oh, hold on.
ECW.
I got my little cane.
There you go.
Right there. In the comments. There you go. There you go.
He's rocking out. Kane's rocking out. He's rocking out. There he goes. He's like, yeah.
All right. One of the coolest badass theme songs ever to get you pumped up for wrestling.
Dude, it's so good.
I wish I could play the whole song for you, chat, but copyright claims. Hopefully this video makes it. Hopefully nothing happens. But yeah, I had to get some headbanging going on. That's right. All right. Welcome, Amar. Welcome. All right. Oh, it's 5 a.m. where he's at. Popped in to say hi. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. We're talking about ECW. Let me close this thing over here. All right. And before we get started with how we discovered ECW, let's go a little backstory for some people. So Todd Gordon from Philadelphia, he created Eastern Championship Wrestling in 1992. Later from New York, from the East Coast, Paul Heyman came in and changed it to Extreme Championship Wrestling. NWA incident with Shane Douglas. Are you guys aware of what happened there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was a big deal because back then that's a no-no.
Yeah.
You do not do stuff like that. So NWA and Shane Douglas, the franchise,
Yeah.
they were trying to get him to be their champion, and he agreed to it. But at the same time, he was kind of like pissed off about it because he knew NWA that, the guys in charge were kind of talking shit about him and saying, "Oh, he can't work. He's garbage," all that. So Paul Heyman kind of talked Shane into, "Hey, let's do this. Go ahead and accept, becoming their champion. And then when we show it live with you in the ring, you're going to spit and piss all over the belt. And then you're going to raise up the ECW championship belt. And you're just going to be, I'm just for ECW and fuck NWA." And that back then, early 90s, you do not do that. That was a big deal. The NWA guys were really pissed off about it.
Yeah.
But that's what kind of kicked things off. And then when they finally got around to doing shows, independent shows all over the place, and the early pay-per-views, Terry Funk, the legend, was also involved with helping kind of get things going. And he, come on, he's the Terry Funk's a legend. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he didn't have to. As much as I love Macho Man, I don't see Macho Man coming in and let me get all these young guys over. Yeah. As much as I love Macho Man, I don't see him doing that, But Funk came in there, and one of the coolest things, I think it was a three-way dance, and it was Terry Funk versus the franchise versus Sabu. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys are aware who Sabu is, right?
Oh, Sabu, man. Sabu.
Yeah. Suicidal, genocidal, homicidal. That's
Maniac
right.
Sabu.
Yeah. Who's fucking insane, by the way.
He's awesome.
And they did the three-way dance. It was a big hit. The crowd erupted. It was just, they knew they had something special, especially with that Philadelphia crowd. Mm-hmm. And the Philly crowd, just really, you're not going to get anything like that anymore.
That was amazing how it looked.
You're not going to get anything like that anymore because that crowd for those independent wrestlers, well, the ECW, they would let you know that you suck.
Yeah, they didn't care, dude.
Yeah. All the crowd chants that people do now, this is wrestling, that kind of stuff, all that shit all started in ECW, and no one was chanting shit in the audience.
Yeah, no,
WWE and WCW at that time, okay? Except in ECW, they were chanting, "You fucked up, you fucked up."
They would cuss and everything. It was nuts.
She's a crack whore.
Oh yeah, it was just all that, all that stuff. Oh yeah, it was crazy.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So it was nuts. It was insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Jax.
Oh, sorry, you cut off for a bit.
Sorry.
No, because I just remember, I started watching wrestling when I was 9 years old, and I couldn't believe just how much cussing it had. But at that time, it was so raw what they could say. And when I go back and watching the old stuff, it was like, wow, I can't believe they said that. But then when I was rewatching some of ECW, I was like, oh, it got even worse. I was like, what the Attitude Era had was tame compared to what ECW had.
Yeah. Now, the younglings of today, I'm not bashing anyone. Okay, but they for some reason, but they get up to the Jax. This doesn't involve you. This involves old people. For some reason, they get mad when guys my age are going, well, what about the Attitude Era, right? They get mad about that. They're like, oh, the Attitude Era was garbage. They had fucking Eugene. Everybody remember Eugene? Remember that wrestler?
I remember Eugene.
Yeah.
I remember that
trash, right? You know, what I mean, anytime you hear me say, I love the WWE Attitude Era was, to me, the best time in wrestling, is because everything around WWE as a whole was competition.
It was nuts.
And it forced WWE at the time to take risks.
Oh,
there would not be any Attitude Era if it wasn't for ECW. I remember watching WWE shows, and I remember hearing small, quiet ECW chants, and I was like, "What are they chanting?"
Yeah,
I didn't get it. Yeah. I didn't understand it at all. But you had during the Attitude Era, you had the ECW era that started first. Then they became a competition. Then you have the WCW Nitro Wars with WCW that kicked WWE's ass for a while. And then you have New Japan, you have Keiji Muto, Great Muta, and Masahiro Chono doing their thing. Over here, you have All Japan, where you have the kings over there. You have Misawa, Kobashi, Akira Taue, and Kawada. Those are the four kings over there in All Japan, putting on amazing, brutal matches, not with barbed wire or anything, but just straight up wrestling and strong style before that became a thing. So that was all going on. So anytime I say WWE Attitude Era was the best, in my opinion, is because of everything.
Yeah,
definitely. Right. The whole vibe was great. The whole air, was amazing.
And we are fans of wrestling. We like it all. We can watch New Japan matches. We can watch Ring of Honor. We can watch AEW. We can watch that. We enjoy when it's good. When it's good, we enjoy what pro wrestling is all about. What brings us to the dance. We see the show. We see the performers putting their lives on the line to give us a good show, and we applaud. And a good example of that is when I first finally got into NXT a while back, and Aleister Black, Ricochet, all those badasses were there, Pete Dunne and all that. I didn't know who they were. It was an NXT takeover, and I had WWE Network at the time, and it was NXT pay-per-view. I knew no one. I didn't know any of the wrestlers. I didn't know any of the storylines leading up to the matches. But I had a hell of a time because the matches were amazing. I was like, dude, these dudes are badass, man. And the crowd a little bit reminded me, not as crazy, not as intense, but they reminded me of the ECW crowd a little bit. Yeah. They're so energetic. NXT crowd back in the day versus the WWE crowd is night and day. It's night and day. You go to WrestleMania, you can watch recent WrestleManias, the crowd is dead.
Yeah.
It's
some matches, the crowd is dead. You go to a little small NXT house show, everybody's going nuts.
Yeah.
Now with what's going on in the world, who knows if crowds is even going to come back?
Yeah,
right
we don't
now.
even know when that's happening.
Are you guys? I'm off and on watching wrestling now. I don't have WWE Network anymore. Are you guys okay with them simulating fake audience noises?
It's a bit weird. It's still kind of strange.
First there was no audience noise, and they had people on the sides.
Yeah.
But now, if you watch like Raw or SmackDown, you could tell they're filtering in fake. Oh,
yeah.
Does that help a little, or is
I think it helps the wrestlers out a little bit, just because they need the attention. That's the point. That's what stimulates them and gives them an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
They need that. But for us, it's going to be weird. But whatever helps with the show. I mean, it's going to. It is what it is. We got to make the best out of it with 2020 and everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, totally.
Tino's saying, when you are put in the corner with no way out, you're going to have to fight your way out. WWE was in the corner to prove they were the best. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. He's got jokes. But he's right, though. That's why I will always say that, the Attitude Era was the best because of everything around it. So
I agree.
Let's go ahead and get into how we each discovered ECW before we get into our favorite moments and memories and craziness. So, how I got into ECW was first, like I was saying, at some of those WWE shows, I would hear like maybe 10 people, like a small group. Hey, ECW. I'm like, what are they chanting? I don't understand, right? And then I went to go visit family in the East Coast. Now remember, ECW is too violent to show over here.
Yeah,
too violent to show over here. But in the East Coast, you know, Philly, New York, that's their neck of the woods, right?
Yeah.
I went over to Buffalo, New York to visit family, and I was up late one night, and I was just kind of just browsing through stuff, and I saw an ECW commercial of an upcoming show, and I was just like, I was like, what the fuck? Like at first, I was like, okay, this looks low budget.
Yeah,
it looks low budget, right? It doesn't have the production value of WCW or WWE. I instantly noticed that. But the shit they were doing, man, like just setting the tables on fire, people getting dropped on their necks, barbed wire. Like I was just like, is this real? Like, what's going on here? And then later I found out, you know, Japan, they had their own like exploding barbed wire matches and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I found all that out later.
Mm-hmm.
But I never forgot that promo. Or that commercial. I never forgot that.
Wow.
As soon as I got back to the States, my buddy Edgar, he might be here tonight. Is Iman here? If you guys see Iman, that's him. But me and him and a couple of other friends, we were like, dude, you got to see this ECW, man. You got to see this ECW. So it was literally just conventions and tape swapping.
Yeah, there you go.
That was it. Back in the old school days, man. Like, go to the convention. Some guy's got a big old table of wrestling tapes, and all these are ECW pay-per-views and shit. And it's like, all right, $5, take my money. You know?
Get some of those tapes.
Yeah, and that's how we watched ECW. And then finally later, they got their TNN deal.
Mm.
And then every week we were always watching ECW every week on TNN until they went under, unfortunately. Now ECW is as much as we love ECW, and we will sing its praises till the end of time. Just like any other company, they weren't perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people almost died.
Yes.
Mr. Sinister's, did you hear the story of Mr. Sinister's hand exploding?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
Yeah. You can find it on YouTube. But he was trying to do one of those shoot flame at, I think it was Mikey Whipwreck, and it just blew up in his hand.
Blew up in his hand?
Yeah. And everybody thought it was a gimmick because Mr. Sinister was good at, you know, tricks and stuff. And people were like, you know, you got the Sandman going, oh man, that was great. Good job, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I remember that story now. I remember supposed to go that Sandman or something like that.
Yeah. And he's man, I'm bleeding.
Oh my
and then
God.
Mick Foley, he almost got caught on fire, like fully. And New Jack, anytime that motherfucker jumped off of something.
New Jack, dude.
It was exciting when he would jump off of something, but there were moments where like, okay, especially with him and Grimes falling over. And Grimes, you remember that?
Yeah.
Because Grimes I think it was Grimes. I'm not positive, but
I think it was Grimes.
And they knew the spot. The table was down there. They agreed to do it. But when Grimes got up there, he got cold feet.
Yes.
And New Jack's like, what are you going to do? He's stand up here? The whole crowd waiting. So New Jack's like, look, I'll go first, and I'll just kind of protect you. And Grimes is like 5 times bigger than New Jack. So
I remember.
They fell like this.
Yeah, it was a weird.
New Jack goes to the tables. This is like what, 30 feet?
It was
like,
way up there, man. It was like
way up there,
feet,
yeah.
30 feet.
Grimes land on his skull, and New Jack's got a fractured skull. He can't see out of his right eye. Till this day.
Crazy. We can't say it was. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but he's still New Jack, and you don't want to fuck with him even today.
New Jack's gangster.
Grab a motherfucker.
Did you guys see Dark Side of the Ring? Because that's how I found out about them. Yeah, it was.
Dude.
Did you hear how he got revenge on that guy?
No.
So at an independent after ECW died, there was tons of XPW.
XPW, dude. XP up in LA.
Yeah. You had a lot of ECW copycats when ECW
that was a big one, yeah.
And it was even worse. The fall was
way up higher too.
They were like, I don't know how 100. I'm just going to elaborate. They were 50,000 feet in the air.
50,000 way up there.
And on the scaffolding,
it was nuts.
And I'm not making this up. You guys can find interviews of people who were there, and you can see interviews of New Jack. I'm not making this up. So after this fractured skull incident, right? New Jack
you froze a little.
All right.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Gone. All right.
I could hear him. Well,
it stopped. There you
it stopped. Yeah.
No.
It's okay now. I think it's okay
Vince
now.
McMahon is watching.
You're good now. You're good
He's
now.
watching. Yeah.
You're
Vince
good now.
Vince McMahon is watching. So, okay, Tina's asking, okay, was ECW mostly hardcore? Please school me. The gritty look and all the chanting is the reason why I couldn't get into it. Just my opinion. Don't attack me. All right. So Tino is now banned from the chat. I'm kicking him out now. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was known for its extreme. It was known for you had the what they would call garbage matches. You would have the barbed wire, the stapling the gun, the head, and all that. Fire. Barbed wire bats and all that shit.
Oh,
you would have those matches, but as they got bigger and more popular, they started to get a whole variety of wrestlers. And before, I always thought that the WCW cruiserweight division destroyed WWE when they were going neck and neck.
Oh, at that time, yeah, that'd be
destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed. But guess where that cruiserweight division came from? ECW.
Yeah.
Because in ECW, before they went in WCW, you had Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, Too Cold Scorpio, you had Lance Storm, you had Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn. All of them wrestled at ECW, Chris Jericho. All of them wrestled there before they went to WCW, and they wrestled their type of match. So you would have a variety. You would have the extreme stuff. You would have the big heavyweight wrestling stuff. And then you would have the freak show matches because you got to, we'll just have it. The ring collapsed, so we got to figure something out. So let's just have one of the girls come out there and show her boobies.
They would do that too. Yeah,
the crowd, distract the crowd until we get the ring set up. Like
it was like everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Michael Gonzalez says ECW was the most extreme of its time because CZW took hardcore wrestling to another level. I heard about CCW. I heard about that. But we're going backwards in time here to where it kind of all started. But the reputation, Tino, was extreme. That never went.
Yeah.
Even though you would have great Suzuki, you would have cruiserweight matches and heavyweight tactical matches, and a little bit of strong style in there. The whole surrounding of the show was extreme.
Oh yeah, the audience, the look, everything.
If you watch them on TV. Or if you watch them on a pay-per-view, someone at some point was getting fucked up.
Oh, yeah. They got blooded up, thrown through some tables, all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
All right. So that was how I discovered, basically, ECW. I'll kick it over to Danny.
Oh, yeah, I was like, kind of like you. I was like, man, like, I'm trying to think what year it was. Probably like 95, like the summer of 95, I think it was. And I was like a young kid, whatever, like teen. Like early young teen, kid.
Junior high school.
No, I wasn't even high school. I was just like watching wrestling, and then like I was up like late at night, like around I think it was a Friday night, around 1 o'clock in the morning or 1:30 in the morning. I'm in San Diego. Yeah, I was watching some like sports channel show, and it was like I saw this wrestling going on. What the hell is this wrestling? It was ECW, but I didn't know what it was though. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I saw like someone got thrown through a table, and I was like, whoa. And I saw like a cinder block getting thrown on some guy's balls. I was like, whoa, God, this is amazing. What is this? This is amazing right here. This is so cool. I saw it was like a tag team match. I saw it was the Pitbulls and Shane Douglas and them. And like, wow. What is this show?
Meanwhile, at the same time in WWE, the most extreme thing that was going on over there was Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon in the ladder match.
Yeah. So I'm used to that.
Great match, but that's as extreme as they got.
It's like 95, so that's just like great. 95 into 96 going into, and I'm like, whoa! And I see this ECW thing. I'm like, oh my god! And it was like late at night. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
There was a time where you would get fined for blading.
Oh yeah, WWE. They didn't allow it.
Yeah, when Bret Hart wrestled Roddy Piper and won the Intercontinental match. Great story, great wrestling story, and match, underrated match. He kind of, add more drama to the match.
Was that with WrestleMania?
Brett, yes.
Yeah.
Brett bladed, add more drama to the match. It was like a 5-star match.
He was bladed everywhere,
When they went backstage, Piper acted like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Brett. It was an accident. Are you okay?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
they kind of put on a ruse for Vince.
Oh yeah, because to make it look like
Vince kind of was like, "Oh, it's an accident." Okay,
I just actually hit him, and I don't know. Sorry about that. I don't know.
So when Ric Flair wrestled Macho Man, and I think Flair bladed. Yeah. They both may have bladed. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
they did that on purpose to give more dramatics to the match.
That was Flair with the white hair, be like blood.
Yeah, that was a great match.
That was great.
But they got fined.
Oh, I'm sure they got fined. Yeah. $1,000 taken off their paycheck.
I knew things were changing for some people the better, but for me the worse when I'm watching WWE and all of a sudden someone bleeds.
Yeah.
Oh, he's busted open. It's part of the show. It's not an accident, right? And then all of a sudden, all you see is pixels.
Oh yeah.
What is happening? What are you doing? And we got to pixel it out and not show it. Well, don't have the guy blade.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Don't have the guy blade if you're going to pixel it out.
Yeah,
we don't want. We want to watch it, man. That's part of the show.
What about you, Jax?
Okay, so in general, when I discovered wrestling, I was 9 years old. So this was 1997.
You're lucky.
Huh?
You're lucky.
That I entered in the right era, right?
Hey, you're right at the thick of it right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew about Nitro, like, and WCW, but I didn't know about ECW until it went, like, I guess, bankrupt. Because that's what year was that? That was like 2003 or 4. I'm not sure. It was like around middle of 2000s, right?
2000s, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, because I remember you brought it up, Preston. I remember about the whole, like, there was the invasion of ECW going to WWE.
They watched it all.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
Huh?
No, we'll get to them botching that later, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I remember that and the montage of them, like, going, I think it was to Raw. So remember, I didn't have cable, so I was only able to see SmackDown, and the one who had cable was my brother. So when I would go over his house, depending if he was in a good mood, he'll let me go and see it with him. So like, there's a big age gap between my brother and I. That he's 15 years older than me. So it depends if he was in the mood or not to deal with me. So, but really the first time I saw ECW, like a real match or anything, was the paper, the One Night Stand.
Yeah, buddy.
That was the real one that I saw. So obviously, there was no storyline, so it was great because, like, I didn't have to keep up with anything or what was going on. It was just, try to squeeze as much fights as you can, and it's just because it was just for, like, fun and reminiscing kind of time. So it was really fun, and it was really fun to see, like, like the Raw and SmackDown people up in the what is those things, the balcony, and just just cutting them out and everything. And then the one after that was even better because they were cussing out John Cena so much.
Oh my god,
that was great.
Like the ECW fans
if Cena wins,
because and you can tell that John Cena has been spoiled since the start because he was not prepared to handle that crowd. He was not prepared. It was beautiful though.
It was ECW crowd, old school.
But
ECW
that night,
you got the glasses, the long Howard Stern hair. Remember the people of the ECW crowd were like, you would always see the same ones in the crowd. The guy with the straw hat, the Hawaiian shirt guy.
Yeah,
that was kind of like, I always look out for the fans of the fan. I was like, well, I always see the same guys there. It was like weird.
There is one also, well, obviously not anymore because of COVID, but I remember when I was watching wrestling, well, WWE at least again, starting 3 years ago. Every pay-per-view, every SmackDown, and every Raw, I would always see the same guy in the front row. He was wearing like a lime. You know who I'm talking about, right? The lime green.
The lime green. Yeah, the lime green shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
It was like he looked like a black guy with glasses, right? It was another guy.
No, it was another guy.
There's a few guys. They're always in the front. There was a few guys.
Yeah, and then
I'm talking about the guy with the glasses. I know the guy. Yeah.
And then I was telling myself that looks like my brother, but I was like, "Nah, he hasn't watched wrestling in years." But yeah, that's how I got into, like, how I found out anything about ECW, and obviously there's nothing to watch anymore. So I just from time to time, either it's Dark Side of the Ring or when I bump stuff on YouTube. And I used to have the WWE Network, but I stopped with that.
Yeah,
WWE is pissing me off a lot. So
yeah.
But back to that's awesome. But yeah, back to the One Night Stand. It was immortalized the sign that someone held up there is immortalized to the end of time.
Yeah.
If Cena wins, we riot.
That was great. It was so funny. It's a great sign.
It's still to this day, and that was like 2005.
That was great. That was 15 years ago.
Before a sign. I don't know what it was.
Do you remember when John Cena did his traditional, I'm going to take my shirt off and throw it in
They threw it right back. Threw it right back.
Then one guy sneezed on it.
Oh, yeah.
I did not see that
One guy
part.
sneezed on it and threw it back at him.
That's what it was. He
hilarious.
kind of spit on it or sneezed on it and just threw right back.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And he
They
did
were
it
cussing
more
him
than
out.
once
It was
that night.
great.
Yeah. He did it more than once that night. He threw it like I think 3 times, and they kept throwing it back.
Like,
Like,
when John Cena was getting that gigantic, John Cena was like huge at that time, so it was crazy. It was like, wow,
yeah,
it was
because
great.
that's when he had just left like that whole like thugonomics stuff, huh? And he started being more of a sellout. So
Yeah, he's like, you can't see me, you know, whatever.
Third life.
Yeah.
But back to ECW kind of
It was
trailblazer.
great discovering them though for the first time. I remember when I first saw them. I remember the following week. I didn't know if they're gonna be on TV, and I freaking got my videotape because like it was all VHS at the time. I waited for them.
Right.
Like, oh, they're on again. They're this crazy company. So I recorded the show, the TV show.
Yeah.
Because I had to tell my best friend, you're not gonna believe what I'm seeing, dude. This is amazing. Right. I still got this. I still got that tape to this day.
Nice.
I still got those tapes that I recorded my very first ECW TV shows.
That's it. I'm coming over. We're gonna
because I love like ECW that really cool like promos. Like this video, they put like metal music or like gangster rap they'll play in the background. I was like, whoa, this is badass. It's like not for kids, it's like teens and adults. You know what I mean? Like, what are we watching here? It was great.
Now the extreme matches with the barbed wire, the extreme matches in general.
Yeah.
They're not for everyone, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. They're not for everyone. But the importance of ECW, though, even though we look at it, it looks low budget. There may be 40 people in the audience, right? Right.
The bingo hall. And
Joey Styles. Joey Styles, very underrated commentator.
He's great. He's great.
Not just because he was good, but nobody gave a shit. But it was just Joey Styles for the longest time.
Yeah, it was just him.
Just one guy commentating shows and pay-per-views, and it
was all his voice. That's all you would hear for years.
He did it. He did it masterfully.
Yeah, that was.
But
for him.
This is the importance of ECW at the time. Now, keep in mind, when I'm slowly discovering ECW and my mind's being blown, I'm still a huge fan of WWE because that was the attitude.
No, me too. I'm watching Raw.
I would switch over to
pay-per-views in your house.
And then when WCW pissed me off and I got bored of Hollywood Hogan talking for 3 hours, then I would go back to WWE.
I'm gonna go back and forth.
What?
Was he really known to do that? Because Hollywood Hogan or Hogan, just Hogan. I didn't really get introduced. I mean, I knew who he was obviously from the beginning. I watched wrestling, but he wasn't involved that much because he was somewhat retired. But where I really started seeing him when he was trying to do like that Mr. USA guy back in I think it was the SmackDown days.
Mr. America.
Mr. America, yeah. And then it was like
24 Patriots.
The Real American theme song. I do like that theme song though. I do love it.
Oh yeah. It's good cheese. It's good cheese.
Yeah.
I grew up with.
That's a song you need to play on 4th of July.
All the time. Every 4th of July, I play it all the damn time. I play his video vignette every 4th of July.
But I don't remember him talking that long. So was he known to just talk all the time?
He would talk in the ring in WCW. So,
Oh, okay.
You would talk a lot longer as Hollywood Hogan in WCW because you got to remember, excuse me, you got to remember, Nitro was 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
It was long time.
Those are like fillers. He'd be filling and talking.
And you remember Nitro when they started the Monday Night Wars? They would throw shots at Raw, and they would let people know who were the winners for Raw that night.
They would. I remember watching it.
They would start the show, and Mankind beat Stidinut, and this
was crazy.
Okay, let's start the show.
It was crazy. I hated WCW. I hated WCW. I used to watch WCW, but I hated WCW because I was always WWF.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've grown to like both because
as I grown older,
this is what's special is variety.
That's what's great. Yeah,
right?
you can root against. You can root against them.
Watching Rey Mysterio and all, Dean Malenko and all them. Yeah. Like you're not who we had. We had Kai and Tai.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all we had.
In WWE, right?
That's all it was. It was nothing.
So variety, but this was what was special about ECW was that it gave you an outlet.
A different outlet.
When you got tired of the same old with WWE and WCW, you're like, you know what? Fuck this fucking bullshit. I need to watch something else. You click over here. Oh, someone's getting set on fire. All right.
Yeah, I gotta get my fire fix.
Oh, someone just did a 450 off of this through 5 10.
Oh yeah. And all that good stuff. It was like,
Hey,
oh yeah, I got our fix.
What? Oh. Oh, we got Fluffy Gamer. Fluffy Gamer's here.
The Fluffy Gamer. It's your boy, the Fluffy Gamer.
There you go. There you go.
The Fluffy Gamer. And I'm not drunk tonight, Fluffy.
Thanks for hanging out, Tino. Just catch the rest of the stream later, man, when you get some time. Thanks for joining us. So back to ECW. What I was trying to say was, oh, we got the Sci-Fi Centuries here. All right. Was that? Here's a good example. Why do you think in the mid-2000s CM Punk was popular? Why? Now you can either love. Okay, am I back?
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, now you don't have to be a fan of CM Punk's wrestling style. You don't even have to like CM Punk. But what got him over? Telling the truth of what's going on with the company with the pipe drum.
Oh yeah, the pipe bombs.
Pipe bomb. Yeah. Right? What did he call himself? I am the voice of the voiceless.
Oh yeah, so it was. Yeah.
Shit that the audience was just like, you know what? He's right. We're sick of this fucking shit.
It was great. It was a good breath of fresh air.
That's how CM Punk got over. It was because he would say what the audience was trying to say. He was like, we're tired of fucking Edge versus Randy Orton for the 50th time.
And it's still happening right now.
Right. And you remember they had no choice but to put CM Punk. They had no choice but to put CM Punk over John Cena in Chicago. I think it's Chicago, his hometown.
Yeah, you're right.
And that probably was the last time you would get a crowd eruption like that, similar to ECW's One Night Stand pay-per-view event. The crowd was just like so anti-John Cena, and they erupted when CM Punk defeated him.
Yeah,
that was probably the last time you're going to get something like that. And that's why, because people were even they turned it into an angle. They had no choice. Yeah, I remember watching a few moments of Raw, and Triple H was like coming out, we're going to make changes. Do you remember that shit?
I remember all that stuff.
We're going to go back to when Raw was fun again. Triple H is saying this.
I remember that. Yes, I remember that. Yes.
They have no choice. The people are tired of the same product.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why it's good to have that variety. And ECW, known for the garbage matches, you get that, but you did get the cruiserweight matches. You did get the technical matches. Yeah. And we're going to get to some of our favorite moments here. So, first of all, a lot of rip-offs here because you're going to rip off what works, right? Yeah. So the Shane, the franchise Douglas, spitting and peeing on the NWA belt. Yeah. That was ripped off by Moolah in WCW when she threw the WWE Women's belt in the trash.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
On live TV, Jax. Yeah, this happened.
Total rip-off right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Do you remember when Shane, the franchise Douglas, was Dean Douglas in WWE?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Remember that bullshit?
Yeah, I remember. That was little promos. He was like this teacher professor guy.
It was the worst. It was the worst.
What year was it?
And Shawn Michaels gave him the Intercontinental Championship belt at In Your House or something like that.
Why did Shawn Michaels give away his belt to Dean Douglas? Why?
He was supposed to be hurt, but it was like wasn't he coked out or something? Or
it's because he lost his smile.
He lost his smile. Yes, you guys lost his smile. I remember that song and stuff and everything like that. But he got beat up though.
It was a bar fight,
right?
It was a bar fight.
It was like some Marines or something. Some guys beat him up, and then
I love how in the WWE version, Shawn Michaels took out like 30 dudes before you got. I was like, oh, okay, great. But then he lost his smile.
He lost his smile.
He gave his belt to Dean Douglas, who jobbed it to I think Razor Ramon after that. But my point is, Dean Douglas was the worst.
It was so boring.
Him. I did not know Shane was really good on the mic.
No, I didn't know either until
I saw his
ECW.
ECW promos.
No, it was
I was like,
great.
"Dude, the same guy."
That was crazy. He has a good voice. Everything was like he was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. On the mic is Shane Douglas.
Now, do you remember how basically we'll go back to ECW basically creating or forcing Vince to make the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
Do you remember that horrible Vince McMahon promo? Do you remember the promo when he introduced the Attitude Era?
I don't know. I don't think I remember that. I don't know if I do.
I remember watching WWE, and all of a sudden, Vince comes on there.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'm not quoting verbatim here. I'm paraphrasing. But he comes on and he goes, "Aren't you tired, Etal? Aren't you tired of your intelligence being insulted? Are you tired of good guys versus bad guys?"
Oh, I remember that now.
You remember that?
Shades of Grey.
Yeah. He's like, the concept of good guys versus bad guys is so passe.
I remember that. Yeah. Yeah,
we're going to introduce a new era. I remember watching this like, what the hell is he talking about?
It was like around 95, 96, 96 maybe.
Little did I know, there was a little low-budget independent company, 5 people in the audience that was making noise.
Remember, it was crazy. Before ECW's first pay-per-view, which I got right here. This is ECW's very first pay-per-view. I got the old tape of it.
Oh shit!
I got the old tape. This is the part 1 and part 2. I ordered these from ECW back in like 97 or 98.
Dude, I'm coming over. We're watching it with
the old ones. It was cool. It has the countdown show on pay-per-view on here too.
Nice.
These came by these from ECW's, but remember when they took over when the ECW went on Raw?
Yeah, I remember.
Promote Barely Legal. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I was like, holy shit, because they were kind of working together. It was weird.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
RVD and Sabu showed up.
Yeah, he jumped off the Raw, kind of messed up the.
And then, but people knew who they were though.
No, it was great though. It was so cool. I was like, whoa.
And back at ECW, Jerry Lawler showed up to a show. It was weird.
Yeah, it was like 1997 and 97. That's why I got there in 97. Right.
But yeah, I'll never forget that promo because it was so cringe.
I mean, he was like, "This is good guys versus bad guys."
Yeah,
we're like Shane's. This is the Attitude Era. We're going to tell you a brand new batch of entertainment. We're sports entertainment.
Do you remember the signs? Do you remember the signs? Put the F back in.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Yes, I remember that.
Because they lost
the fucking
F. The World Wild Federation.
It was like the World Wild, like an animal organization. It's like, oh god, this is so bad.
But it's like, what made me mad about that is like, well, how long have they been WWF and they now notice just because they now officially became $1 billion
It's crazy. It's crazy. I just going to say WWF. I love the WWF.
Yeah, you think you did that earlier.
Yes.
Danny, are you tired of your intelligence being insulted?
I was. And
then you started to watch ECW and everything was good.
No, it was great. It was like, boom.
All right, so we got some, hold on here. All right, some other copycat moments. So before Stone Cold stopped being a horrible, lame $1 million champion,
so bad.
That was terrible.
I remember the ringmaster, Steve Austin.
The ringmaster, that's right.
Ringmaster.
And Jax, me and you were talking the other day how you were saying how Stone Cold Steve Austin really got over when he started acting like himself.
Yeah.
You know, like he started acting like him.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Then he started to get over because he saw his attitude and stuff like that. All right. Let's see here. So, but before all that, there was somebody else in the audience drinking beers. There was somebody else drinking beers in the audience. That was the Sandman.
Oh yeah, Sandman.
Way before Steve Austin became a thing. Right?
Beer swinging, cigarette smoking,
Singapore
singing, drunk.
What do they call him? The most functional drunk. Oh, did we lose Jax? Did we lose Jax?
You're good.
No.
Are you back?
Well, no.
Back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, Sandman's the functional drunk. But the great comes out to Metallica's Enter the Sandman.
He had like the longest intros too. It took like 10 minutes. He would like drink the beer, like 3-4 beers.
Yeah.
Smash him in his face.
See,
Yeah.
40 bleeding. Smokes 4
Yeah.
cigarettes or whatever. Then he wrestles, which is just like hits and stuff. It's like it was crazy.
His horrible, one of the worst of all time, Hurricane Rana was called Heineken Rana.
Oh, the Heineken. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Heineken Rock is so bad. He kind of flipped up. He'd wear those MC Hammer black and white pants, those weird pants, Reebok high tops.
I think I
Great.
remember.
But
No,
he,
I
you know,
remember-
he was,
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
yeah,
ahead.
he was the one first doing the beer thing.
He would drink a 6-pack.
Before Diamond Dallas Page was famous for going in and out of the crowd every night.
Mm.
That was Sandman's shtick.
He was you're right. That was the Sandman all day.
Do you remember when Raven crucified Sandman?
Oh yeah, it's a big deal. It was like
So,
this. Kurt Angle.
ECW got a lot of heat for that, and a lot of heat. Now here's what
He crucified him.
well,
Was it for
They implied it. They hung him up on a
symbolism.
crucifix.
the
They put like
Undertaker?
barbed wire halo on him.
Man, though, that's it. And they didn't get no heat. At least
And
I don't know.
Angle, and Kurt Angle was there at that show. They were going to hire
Right.
Kurt Angle.
So the story is the crowd was so pissed off that happened that they forced this Raven. Raven was very overrated. I'm sorry, excuse
Where
me.
were they located? Were they in this
Underrated.
area?
Raven was great back when. He was like, man, Johnny Polo.
I don't know about that. No,
but remember Johnny Polo though? I was like, when I first started watching ECW, I'm like, is that Johnny Polo? Oh shit, that's what Raven. He's like bleeding everywhere. I'm like, what?
the Raven character,
I need to look this up.
the way he spoke was very sadistic.
Oh, it was.
Interesting. It was pre Bray Wyatt, years before Bray Wyatt got over, and he had a stick, he had his flock, and he went ahead and crucified Sandman. But people were so pissed off that Raven had to go out and apologize to the crowd.
That's weird, right?
It's like, why? You kind of ruined the show and made it worse.
Yeah.
Like, I just crucified someone, put barbed wire around his head.
I didn't think he put that around his head. I just saw it right now.
You saw the little thing,
right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now. Yeah, oops.
It's kind of like hanging there. It's like kind of
Yeah.
loose.
But then Raven had to come out and apologize for that, which kind of really.
That's kind of dumb. Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned Kurt Angle because he was with ECW at the time and he was really pissed off about that.
He didn't want.
Like Jax said later when it was copied, when Undertaker crucified.
Yo, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kurt Angle was there at the time. Kurt Angle didn't say shit to Vince McMahon.
No.
Nobody said
bread and
anything.
butter.
He's getting that money. He's gonna.
Yeah.
Well,
paid.
well, now that I look back at it, I mean, first of all, were they in a southern state? Because we all know the South is very like Southern Baptist. First of all, so maybe that made a difference. I don't know.
I think it was in Philadelphia. It was at Philly. It was at the bingo hall, the famous. I think it was there. So it's kind of weird. They got a lot of heat though for some reason. Everyone was pissed off. It was weird. I'm like, okay.
And second of all, I wasn't expecting the barbed wire crown.
Yes, the barbed wire crown.
But so I could. Don't get me wrong, a crucified is still being crucified. But yeah, they first did it with Stephanie McMahon, I think, because I remember that. But even though she wasn't beat up or anything, of course they weren't going to beat Daddy's daughter up. You got to be kidding.
No, she just hung there.
But she was just there, but still is still being crucified. Like, why isn't anybody getting mad? Just because she's not bleeding. It looks, I think maybe because it looked like a damsel in distress and they just love the storyline or something like that. Because Austin came out and saved her. And, you know, Austin just saves the day at everything. He's like the knight of shiny armor that you really don't want, but, you know, he does the job. But I don't remember who else, but I know there's been a couple more people that The Undertaker has crucified.
Right. Maybe Big Boss Man?
I'm thinking Vince McMahon. Yeah, I was like, I think he has
a couple of people. Yeah. Might have been,
Big Boss Man.
I know he got hung, right?
Oh, he got hung. Okay.
In the Hell in the Cell or something, wasn't it?
Which that has been taken off of WWE Network.
Has okay.
And
okay.
The match was horrible. That match.
It was
terrible.
a crappy. It was Hell in the Cell, like WrestleMania.
But if you I bought the WrestleMania DVD pack.
Yeah.
And when you go to that, it's edited. They won't show it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it just took it. I'm like, really? What the fuck? Really? Undertaker won. Oh, what happened? All right, so we got what other ripoffs here? All right. So one of my favorite matches, if you guys have not seen it, if you're new to ECW, it's just straight up, beat down match. No barbed wire. Just as a regular straight up, we're wrestling here. And it's Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Do you remember that match, Danny?
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
Was it Heat Wave?
I think so.
One of those ones on pay-per-view, right?
That match.
Great match.
Was just fucking nuts, man.
I got that on pay-per-view. I got the tape of it recorded off. I would record the pay-per-views and stuff, so I got that.
So before Taz was botched in WWE, and they snipped the balls off his character, and you can't do so bad anymore. No suplexes for you, Taz, because they hurt.
Yeah.
So they took away his whole fucking moveset, and he became the human wrecking machine.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They called him the human wrecking machine.
And all
the human suplex machine. Yes. It was just bad. After that, it was just done.
Oh, let me know if X maybe.
Slowly, you're coming back like a good 60%.
It's almost there.
There.
Almost. There we go.
So in ECW, Taz was known as the human suplex machine, and the suplexes he would do, oh my god, like they would land on their necks, they would land on their heads, like it was brutal, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
and Bam Bam Bigelow, huge. Bam Bam Bigelow, very underrated big guy, very underrated heavyweight wrestler. He was very agile.
He did all kinds of backflips and crazy stuff for a big guy.
6'8",
whatever he was.
Bam Bam took all the suplexes from Taz. There was a moment where they were on the ramp area, and Taz T-bone suplexes Bam Bam into the audience.
That's right, over the ramp to the guardrail.
That was insane.
I was like,
It was nuts because it's concrete out there.
That's all gonna hurt like hell.
And when Taz fell down, the back of his head hit the railing.
Yeah, hit that metal railing. Yeah, I see.
Still got him because the badasses still kept fighting. And then when they made their way back in the ring, you had that awesome. Was it a tornado? No, not tornado DDT. Was it a tornado DDT or did Bam Bam just?
He locked him up. I think he was going to do a DDT to him, and then that's when they went through.
Right.
The ring. I think that's what it was.
Taz reversed it, and they went through the ring, Jack.
They went right through the ring in the corner. It was crazy.
It was like this. They were wrestling, and then they went
right through the ring.
Crowd erupted.
It was crazy.
Everybody was insane.
It was like never seen it before. I was like, what was that? It was like.
And Terry Taylor, Jax, you don't know who this is. Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster. You remember the Red Rooster, Dan?
Oh, the Red Rooster. Yeah, the Red Rooster. Yeah, horrible. Oh my god.
That's a real thing, Jack. If you want to look up the Red Rooster, do it. It's hilarious.
It's cheesy. Cheesy good.
Terry Taylor. Chat, do y'all know who the Red Rooster is? Let me go check on chat. Sometimes I leave my list up. There you go.
Random gimmicks.
So Terry Taylor was around. He was with the ECW for a while. And he basically stole. Terry Taylor admits in interviews, he took that crashing through the ring gimmick, went straight to WWE with it, and then the next thing you see is Big Show choke slamming the Undertaker through the ring.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, they totally ripped it off.
Right. That was like what, 2005 or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I remember that. I remember everybody the next day was talking about it.
Yeah, is it around 2004, 2005? I think that's when that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it was earlier, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was originally in ECW. That was like back in like 98, I think. Heat Wave 98, ECW, right? Taz and Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Around that time, yeah.
Yeah,
I got the whole pay-per-view.
And I remember they did it a couple times. Yeah, and I remember they did it a couple times afterwards. I remember it wasn't even too long ago. I think like the 2010s they even did it again. I remember seeing it. But yeah, they tried doing it more than once. But they know they have to get two really big guys. They had to get two really big guys to do it though.
Yeah. Right.
But Taz is like, it's funny. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jax. Go ahead.
Taz is funny because I don't remember much of his wrestling because I just remember he came into WWE or WWF at that time. I'm not sure. But then right away he went to SmackDown and being the announcer. I was like, what happened?
So quick. It was, yeah. His career was done within a year. It was done.
When Taz first showed up, the audience exploded.
That was on WrestleMania, right? So that Royal Rumble, I think. WrestleMania was like a battle royal for like WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania.
The audience exploded. A WWE audience exploded for an ECW wrestler.
It was nuts. Yeah.
That didn't happen a lot.
It was like shocking. It was like, oh my God.
And Taz had one. You listen to Taz's music now, he has one of the coolest theme songs, badass theme songs.
Yeah.
That was good.
And eventually, if you slow it down, neuter the balls off of it,
Yeah.
it's Roman Reigns theme song.
Oh, is it actually? Is it for real?
Yes.
They use that? I didn't know.
They slowed it down, took the balls off of it. And that's his theme song. Now, Roman Reigns, like I said, I'm kind of off and on watching YouTube. We'll see what's going on. Yeah. Roman Reigns is heel now.
He's
and
sort of like heel now. He's kind of like a heel.
I heard they're doing it right, but I don't know if he has that same lame theme song. I don't know.
I haven't watched it. I saw it the other day, but I don't remember. I saw it the other day, though. I didn't see it. I saw some. It's like he's on SmackDown, right? He's on SmackDown or something, I think. Roman Reigns. Yeah.
So, when was the first time the Rob Van Dam tournament? Excuse me, Van Daminator's always fun.
Yeah.
Throws the chair up, the opponent catches it, and he does a spinning back kick.
Boom! Right there. Yeah.
When was did you see the first time he actually did the Van Terminator?
Yeah, I didn't see it like live. I saw like a replay thing of it. Like it was like whoa! It was crazy.
Me and my friends played it 35,000 times when we discovered it.
We gotta watch it again.
We gotta watch it again.
Went across the other side of the ring and like went boom.
Never seen anyone jump from this side all the way across the ring.
Yeah, dude. Rob Van Dam.
Never seen anything like that.
One hell of a wrestler.
And then Shane McMahon did his little bullshit version in WWE.
Yeah,
I give Shane props for not really being a wrestler.
He can do that. He has good athletic ability for not being a wrestler.
Still not as good as RVD's.
Yeah,
in his prime, but RVD's athletic ability was crazy in his prime.
Oh,
I remember seeing RVD for the first time, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this Jean-Claude Van Damme wannabe?"
Yes,
because he looks like him, and he was doing the fight poses. I was like, "Get the
fuck out of
here!" Right? And then when I started watching his matches, I was like, "Fucking hell!"
Great matches. Him and Sabu. Oh man, great matches. Stretcher match. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Whatchamacallit? I got a couple of ECW highlights here. The Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn matches.
Chat, top notch, man. Top notch.
Chat, if you are unaware of these matches, watch these matches.
And Joe Lynn did some death metal music and stuff.
Forget about the bar. Well, Jerry Lynn, very underrated wrestler.
Great wrestler.
Jerry Lynn, very underrated. He's
good.
like us though. He loves death metal and shit.
He likes death metal. He
like
comes out to the ring with metal playing death metal. It's like he's there.
He called himself the New Effin' Show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the New Effin' Show. That's right. That's right.
But I know when you think casuals, when they think ECW, they think barbed wire, exploding tables, and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam versus Jerry Lynn is just wrestling.
So good.
And Jerry Lynn broke it. Jerry Lynn broke his nose in one of those matches and kept wrestling.
I got that match on pay-per-view. I got that.
Yeah. 5-star matches, you guys.
So good.
Taz versus Sabu. That was a great match.
Yeah.
And we already mentioned Taz versus Bam Bam. Rob Van Dam. Oh, this is one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my life. Rob Van Dam and Sabu against Hakushi and Hayabusa.
Oh, so good. Yes.
Dude. Now, was he Hakushi or was he Jinsei Shinzaki?
Jinsei Shinzaki. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what he was called in Japan.
Yeah, he was always back
in Japan. Another wasted wrestler in WWE.
Oh yeah, he was. He was so good. I like him.
We're gonna start a theme here.
Yeah.
Wasted talent in WWE.
Wasted talent.
Okay, we're gonna come back.
Hayabusa, bro. Hayabusa, man.
Dude, the timing of the double team moves with Rob Van Dam and Sabu were just perfect.
They went to the tables and all that stuff on top of each other.
Hayabusa on this, Rob Van Dam on this side, Sabu on this side.
Yes.
Both jumping in midair.
Yeah.
On Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki, they're laying on tables, and that was the finale.
It was nuts.
I was just like, dude.
But the whole match is great.
Why am I fucking watching Nitro right now?
Yeah. It was crazy that was done a long time ago now. And that's so good. It was so good. It was so good. So good.
Rest in peace, Hayabusa.
That's
right.
I
love how Hakushi was so agile. You know, Undertaker gets on the old school. He gets on the rope and he moves like 2 feet.
Yeah.
Hakushi in that match gets on the ropes. Oh, he just walks around
the whole damn thing. It's like he just goes around like half the damn
and then jumps off.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Bret Hart tried to save Hakushi's career because
that's some pretty good matches. They have a couple matches in WWF.
He knew how good Hakushi was.
Yeah,
and he said, Vince, let me have some matches with him, and those are like great matches. But
I
Vince
remember those.
Vince still, you know, it's Vince.
It's Vince. Yeah.
Wasted talent. All right, now, speaking of One Night Stand 2005, Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka match.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Holy
They got a
shit.
bunch of great matches. Oh my God.
Mike Awesome, rest in peace. Rest in peace. He was, they called him, I think he was the gladiator in New Japan.
Yeah.
He was so talented for a big guy.
Yeah.
He was huge.
Big dude.
He could dive over the rope. He could do frog splashes. He was power bombing people off the rope.
Yeah.
Versus this little, small, thick Tanaka, Japanese wrestler.
Oh yeah.
And they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, it's chairs.
Like,
it was like hard hitting, like dude.
Roaring elbows, chair shots, people going through tables. They've had better matches than they did at One Night Stand.
Mm-hmm.
But that match they had at One Night Stand was the best match of that night in 2005. But that match was so good that if you watch that pay-per-view, up in the rafters or the top balcony where the WWE team was there, the WWE wrestlers that were there, that were like, boo, ECW, you know, they're planted there. They're planted there to rile up the crowd, which was
I remember that.
Watch them. The crowd was erupting because that match was so exciting. Watch them. When the camera goes to them, they're into the match.
I think I saw something.
They're
like
breaking
that.
kayfabe.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh,
right there. They're
like,
into it, yeah.
See there?
Like, oh shit.
And then Mike Awesome, before that, was in WCW, wasted talent. And Jax, you're gonna get a kick out of this.
That was funny.
So Mike Awesome leaves anyone who leaves ECW is for the money because ECW, the company was going downhill.
Yes.
Paul Heyman was trying to do everything himself, which was stupid.
Yeah.
He was trying to do everything by himself, which was dumb. You need a team.
Yeah.
TNN was kind of wonky with their TV deal.
That was just,
and whatchamacallit, wrestlers that would leave for greater. You can't blame wrestlers leaving for bigger pay. You can't blame them. I'm not mad at any of the wrestlers that left ECW. But unfortunately, some of their career went good. Some of them terrible. And Jax, you're going to get a kick out of this. Mike Awesome, he was the man in ECW. Guess what? When he left ECW to go to WCW, guess what he was known as? Guess what his gimmick was?
Is it better than the Red Rooster? Because I just saw the picture of the guy, and I'm a little upset that it wasn't a redhead.
Sort of right there.
Sort of right there. Let me guess.
He had two
gimmicky.
He had two bad gimmicks. That's how bad it was.
He had two of them. I forgot. I'll do the one.
The first one was, remember, Mike Awesome, big, huge, buff, beefy guy that could do
I saw the picture. Yeah.
He was in WCW. They decided to change him. And you could tell WCW was on their way up too.
Yeah, at that time they were. Yeah.
He was called That 70s Guy.
That's right. He had a stupid like a disco gimmick or something.
Hold on.
It was like the Partridge Family.
Disco Inferno 2.0.
I remember.
And it was have a short haircut. Weird haircut and stuff.
I remember now. Yeah,
Partridge Family Brady Bunch gimmick. What? And then when that didn't get over, guess what he became after that?
That's one I don't know. Which one's that?
Mike Awesome, the Fat Chick Thriller.
Is that what they called him?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He liked fat chicks. That was his gimmick.
That was his gimmick.
And they wonder why he didn't get over.
That's horrible. I did not know that was the other one. I did not know.
Yeah. And then
I did not know.
And then when he went to WWE, they didn't know what to do with a lot of talent because that's when the invasion
Limbo.
And that was it. That One Night Stand 2005 match.
That was a great one.
That was probably his best last match.
Yeah.
And he will be missed. Tajiri,
I remember Tajiri. Yeah.
Tajiri was like deadly in ECW with those kicks, man.
Tajiri, man.
Because ECW would have those small venues, so you would hear, like,
you would hear him like
the crowd's like, oh. But Tajiri matches versus Super Crazy.
Oh, great matches too,
dude. Though the King of the
matches.
Moonsaults, Super Crazy, King of the Moonsaults, but that just great matches.
They're good matches, man. A bunch of them.
Sabu versus Terry Funk in the barbed wire match. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, dude. That's dude. I got that's what yeah, I got it right here, dude. I got it right here, dude. I bought it from ECW. It's right here. Born to be Wired.
Yeah,
Born to be Wired.
Perfect title.
I bought that. You know, when I heard about it, I'm like, I got to get it. So that's right from ECW back in like '98, I think it was 97. So yeah, I bought that right from them.
We got,
Oh yeah.
We got Sci-Fi Century here. And awesome love big women.
Maybe we did, and we just don't know. I mean,
WCW at its best right there. But the barbed wire match was so insane, Jax.
Right, that was good.
Look it up
So
on YouTube.
good.
If you can find it on YouTube, Jax.
Classic.
Terry Funk barbed wire match.
So good.
His bicep got ripped. Like it's
It literally got ripped from like here to here.
damn.
they
Gushed out,
literally
taped up.
yeah, they literally had to just end the
They could have ended it. They could have. But then they like he just gets like some tape.
oh,
Some
we all
sports tape.
disappeared.
No. Oh well.
Are we back now?
You're
Yeah.
back.
Okay. They had to just I think Terry Funk just pinned them and ended it. Somebody because at that point they couldn't wrestle anymore because they were both on top of each other, wrapped in barbed wire, and
They got stuck in the barbed wire. Yeah.
so they had to bring out the clippers.
Yeah.
Oh my
Get
God.
them out.
Because they're stuck in barbed wire. They were like literally stuck in it. Yeah, it was nuts.
Nuts. Now,
Well,
Jax,
let's write it down real quick. Is ECW barbed wire?
Sabu versus Terry Funk barbed wire match.
Yeah. Born to be Wired is the name of the
There you
show.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll look it up. You'll see it
insane.
on there.
Oh, I'm just looking at the pictures right now. Holy shit.
Great barbed wire match. Classic one.
Anytime you see Sabu look to the left and start yelling at someone out there, that means he's hurt.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
Do you remember when Chris Benoit broke his neck?
Oh, it was
He
horrible.
almost
yeah.
broke his neck,
Horrible
right?
to say, yeah.
I don't know what Chris Benoit was trying to do, but he
It's
like
like
lifted
sort
him
of
up,
lifted him up in the air.
head,
Yeah.
and then what do you see? Sabu roll to the side, and he
Yeah.
turns to the left and starts yelling.
That's
So,
a
like,
good point. That's a good point, dude. That's a good point.
the same thing with the barbed wire when
Because
it's
his arm, he's like, oh fuck, he's like, my shit's ripped. And it was literally like this blood. It was nuts, dude. And
he was in the match with Sandman, and I think he broke his jaw
he did.
because
Yeah.
at some point you see him look to the left, yell,
Yeah.
and someone runs out and brings him
He
tape.
taped this match.
Tape.
Sabu's crazy, man. Sabu's like, he doesn't care.
Anybody else broken jaw? That's the
You're
end of the match. Just pin me. That's it. He's like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna finish the match.
Just tape
Tape
some,
his
MacGyver. Taped. Yeah, no, he taped. I got that. I think I got that match too. He taped
Yeah.
it, and it was like crazy.
Oh
That's why his whole body's covered. He said covered in scars. You don't even care, Sabu.
No, someone from chat earlier mentioned the Dudley Boy matches. How
They were, oh yeah, back
there we
when.
go.
Yeah.
John Martinez saying Dudley Boys versus Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten Flaming Tables. That was nuts too.
You know what I used to love too was like Dudley Boys versus the Eliminators.
Dude,
Eliminators.
Eliminators, very underrated tag team.
Great tag team.
And it showed Perry Saturn could do like high flying shit. I was
He
like,
could.
what the hell?
Yeah, Cronus and Saturn.
Wasted. Perry Saturn, wasted in
Yes,
WWE.
So bad.
Yeah,
Do you remember the Moppy gimmick?
Oh yeah. Yes.
that's
Yes.
another person they didn't really concentrate that much on WWE. Perry Saturn, because I know he came with Dean, and the only ones you can remember out of that 4 group was just, well, at least I can, was just Benoit and Guerrero. Like the other 2 was like they came and went.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
wasted
just
Malenko.
wasted him.
Malenko was the shit in WCW.
Oh yeah.
He was a man of 1,000 holes.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
He did a move where he could only do it to Rey Mysterio, but still, where he would sit on the turnbuckle, gorilla press Rey Mysterio up in the air, but he would jump with him, and then they would both land at the same time, and he would stick out his knee, and Rey Mysterio would land on his knee.
Oh, that's
Oh,
It
right.
was one of the
Yes.
craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's right. Yeah.
That you could only see on WCW at the time.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So you got the yin and the yang. You see that, and then you got to get your 3-hour Hogan promo.
Yeah.
You gotta
watch like crap. You might find the good and the silver lining in there.
Right. So, Dean Malenko, do you remember they gave him a James Bond gimmick?
Did they? I don't remember that. They did.
He was James Bond ladies man gimmick.
I don't remember that. Oh my God.
I remember Val Venus being a ladies man. I don't remember.
Val Venus. Hey, ladies.
You can find it online, his Titantron intro, and you can see the James Bond logo, like the circle.
Was it? Oh, I don't remember that at all. That's hilarious.
Terrible.
So I thought it was done. He's like, I'm retired now.
Yeah.
Danny, you got a marriage proposal right there.
From what movie you won?
Oh, shit.
What movie you won? What movie you won? The wet one. We'll get married this week.
You better stay with me, Brendan. You're staying with me, buddy, okay?
There you go. There you go.
Not sharing. unless Jax wants some, then I'll let you get out once in a while.
Oh, there you go. It's right there.
Yeah, but just botched. Like Eddie Guerrero was really the only one that came out. They finally used his talents to the fullest. Thank God. They used somebody, right? But we were talking about something. What were we talking about? Oh, botched. Yeah, botched WWE wasted talent from ECW people. So I don't know if you remember this, Jax. Do you remember Perry Saturn walking around with a broom?
Yes.
Oh, Moppy.
Yeah, it was I felt so bad, man. It was like
I don't know who Perry Saturn pissed off, but all of a sudden he was a killer. And then
right? That was supposed to be like his girlfriend.
Yeah, it was something was so ridiculous. It like kissing a baby. It was so bad. So bad.
Were they trying to copy like Al Snow? But at least
it's like a poor man's Al Snow gimmick, kind of trying to be with the head.
Yeah, but this was more like supposed to be on the pervertic side. Like this Moppy, I don't know.
Was that during the Ruthless Aggression era? Was that Ruthless Aggression era? Ruthless Aggression. Was that during that time? I think,
yeah.
Ruthless Aggression.
Yeah. Ruthless Aggression.
Was that around that time?
Out of here.
Was that around that time?
Ruthless Aggression with you pixelating the blood out. Get the fuck
I think it was around that time, 2005 and shit. 2008.
Yeah. Yeah, black and white too. That's what they did every time there was blood. They would.
That's right. Every time there was any color, that was go black and white. Like,
oh wow!
I hated it.
Ruthless Aggression.
So bad, dude.
In black and white.
So bad. I want the blood, man.
Whatchamacallit? Oh yeah. So another example of a wrestler leaving ECW for more money. Can't blame them. But do you remember WCW kind of botched Raven when he got there? But then when Raven came to WWE, do you remember what he ended up his gimmick was? He was like a hardcore wrestler, right?
Yeah, they had the hardcore championship belts.
He feuded with Perry Saturn and stole Moppy.
Oh my!
Oh, he stole Moppy. Oh, the Moppy feud. Oh yeah.
Do you remember if you can look it up, it's fucking hilarious. If you can find it, it's hilarious. He grabbed Moppy and he tries to put him in the wood chipper. Now keep in mind, this is all live.
I do remember. It started to come back to me.
And he tries to put Moppy, and he's like doing a voice like Mr. Bill, like, "Oh no, don't put me in the wood chipper, Raven." He's like acting like Moppy has a voice. Yeah. And then the machines get stuck, and it just doesn't turn on, and Raven's just stuck there live in front of the whole world, just like, oh.
I don't remember that, dude.
I didn't
see that one.
Hilariously bad.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hilariously bad. Yeah. Welcome. We got more people. All right. Welcome, Maurice. John Martinez is still here. All right. Got Zero.
Yeah, Raven was somebody who was also cut short. Like, I barely remember anything. The only reason why I follow Stevie Richards on his YouTube channel, and then I've seen like some of his interviews. So that's the only reason why I remember anything of the Raven. I was like, he kind of brings it back for me. And I have a Stevie Richards shirt, and I want to wear it, but I can't find it. It happens a lot because I have so many T-shirts. I'm a T-shirt collector with a print on it, especially when it comes to metal bands. So I was gonna wear that, and I could not find it anywhere. But sometimes what happens, I think what it is, because I have so many T-shirts and I put them in my drawers, I think it's all the way in the back behind the drawer.
Wow.
I think, and I was having a hard time opening it. I was like, "Oh, dude, like, nah, I can't." Not today. It's probably all dirty already. So, but yeah, I have one of his
Moppy,
the greatest.
Good old Stevie Richards, big Stevie, cool with the BWO.
Blue World Order,
Blue
baby.
World Order, baby.
What was it? The blue guy?
The blue guy, yeah. The blue
Big Stevie Cool?
Yeah.
I forgot who the other names were.
They were like they're making fun of Macho Man, and then they're making fun of like
yeah,
6-pack. They call him 6-pack, or they call him something like that. It's kind of funny, but it was funny.
Hilarious.
It was great. It was good.
Do we know what the fuck's Bradshaw's beef with Blue Meanie was about?
I have no
idea.
idea.
He was just bullying him like always. I mean, I think about Bradshaw just being a fucking bully. So
it's probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, Shaw Claw Vane Dayum? That's a hell of a name.
Shaw.
What's happening? Yeah, you can find footage of like everybody's brawling in the ring, and you see Bradshaw target Blue Meanie. He goes straight for him in the ring, and he's throwing real shoot punches.
That's crazy.
Blue Meanie's all bloody, and I'm like, what the hell was that?
Again, was this what brawl was this?
I'm not sure if this was during the Invasion era, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that happened. There was a whole bunch of wrestlers brawling.
Okay.
And Bradshaw purposely targets Blue Meanie. As soon as he gets in the ring, he goes straight for him.
Wow.
Real shoot punches.
Wow.
Blue Meanie's all bloody. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Wow, I didn't know.
No, I think the only reason is just him being a bully, because I know Steve Richards has called out him and Taz for like they've actually both attacked Blue, they've them. So he has said multiple times that they bullied him a lot. For some reason, he was always a target. I don't know, but
wasn't that the Blue Meanie dance?
It was something like that. Yeah, it was like a weird. Yeah, yes.
It doesn't beat Red Rooster though.
No, that's pretty bad.
That's the greatest gimmick of all time, Red Rooster, son. What you know about Red Rooster, chat? Huh?
Red Rooster.
Oh man, this is good shit, man. I love talking to you guys about this. Let's keep it rocking and rolling here.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see here. What else?
Kane is to join himself.
Yeah.
This is my first actual action figure of wrestling because, growing up as a kid, they didn't, my dad was like, no, that's for boys, because they're typical old school Latinos that are sexist. So it's just like, let me get into it. So I always had to sneak over my brother's house to pretend like I was like, I don't know, helping him do something. So I won a giveaway from Classy Lonnie Metal a couple years ago, and he tossed this in there because he knew I was a wrestling fan. I was like, and I said, dude, you gave me my first wrestling action figure. Every time when I asked for wrestling stuff, my parents were like, no, you're a girl. You gave me my first action figure.
Well, but that's why you rock. Cool. That's why you're badass.
That's cool.
But that's when Kane was cool, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kane was awesome back when.
When Kane first came out, it was like holy. Yeah. Shit.
No.
The only thing I didn't like about the early Kane matches was they had this stupid red light.
Oh yeah, I remember that
early, like his.
They'll be on the whole time, right? Would they be on the whole time?
Yeah, all the lights are turned off, and they have one red light in the ring.
In the ring, yeah, that's right. That was weird.
But back to ECW, it was a great outlet for us to have something different, to have variety. But don't get me wrong, as much as I was like blown away by ECW and then matches in All Japan and all that, I remember the day. I won't forget it when I told my friends, bro, I can't wait to watch Raw tonight. Mm-hmm. That there was a moment where we were like, we couldn't.
It was like must see TV. It was like always watch
couldn't
Raw.
Wait.
Oh
and
yeah,
me too. Me and Lady Fat Blood kind of bonded over wrestling because she started watching wrestling on her own, and then when we were hanging out, when she felt sorry for me and she called me back, This Phat Samurai Guy seems like a nice guy. I'll just,
there you go.
No, Phat Samurai Guy then too, But yeah, she was the same way. That was our deal. Like we were like, dude, we gotta watch wrestling. Let's get some nachos or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, that did not last, and we just kind of fell out of wrestling. Mm-hmm. But we will always remember ECW in their prime. Mm-hmm. But before we keep talking about memories and stuff, I did not know it was Rob Van Dam who went to Vince McMahon and pitched him the idea for One Night Stand.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's it was Rob.
But it was smart though because it was due to nostalgia. It was rising, and the rise and fall of ECW DVDs.
Yes.
That were owned by WWE at the time.
Yeah.
They were selling like hotcakes.
It was hot. Come on. I think that was a big seller for them. Huge seller. That's a great documentary, too. The Rise and Fall. Great documentary.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, John, for the donation. Appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Look at that.
Thank
cool,
you,
man.
Sir. You rock. You're extreme. You are extreme. Yeah, I didn't know. He pitched the idea to Vince, and Vince was like, you know what? I have really nothing to lose, because if you think about it, it's an ECW product.
Oh, yeah.
So if it fails, it'll just make ECW look bad. This was smart.
Yeah.
Right. But nostalgia was high, and he was smart to let Paul Heyman take over it to make it feel like ECW how it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a one night stand was a smash. That pay-per-view.
Oh, dude. Dude, it was. I couldn't wait.
Right.
I was so pumped up for it. I was like, wow.
It did big numbers. And that's when they had the very next year, they did one more.
Yes.
And RVD became champion, and they didn't riot that night.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, all good things come to an end.
Yes.
And ECW at that time, because if we rewind a little bit before we get to the end part, the whole invasion angle that was really could have been the greatest thing in the history of wrestling. WCW gets bought out. They go under.
Yeah.
They get bought out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, whoa. They got it stopped right there.
We're taking over.
Now
we back?
Now you're back.
You're back.
Extreme? Are we extreme?
You're getting extreme right now.
All right. So Shane, the storyline wise, Shane was like, oh, I got WCW Vince, and it's going to be war, right? So you have WCW guys showing up and jumping WWE wrestlers. Exciting, right?
Yeah.
Then ECW showed up. I don't know why they just didn't let Paul Heyman be in charge of it, but for some reason they threw Stephanie McMahon.
It was weird.
Stephanie,
she's so extreme. She's hardcore.
Do you remember the drowning pools, let the bodies hit the floor song?
Yes.
Was the theme?
Yeah.
Do you remember Stephanie McMahon ruining it and coming out to the
I remember that.
1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. 3,
corny, dude. Corny.
The bodies are gonna hit the floor.
I'm not gonna look at that song the same way again.
Ruined it.
Killed it. Okay. So anyway,
there has to be a hilarious video on YouTube of like just her going like that the whole time.
It probably is. There's got to be.
If not, one of you guys make it.
We got to make it. If there's not, just edit it up real quick and it'll be good.
No, she's not.
So Raven, I remember, showed up, did the DDT even flow on someone, and the crowd erupted, and it was exciting too because then WCW and ECW teamed up.
Yeah.
And then it was them versus WWE, and this was really exciting. And they botched it. They completely botched it because we could just think about it. We could have had how many dream matches?
So many, dude. So many. Tons.
And I remember the day where we had WCW Nitro for one night, and it bombed so bad they never did it again. Do you remember that?
I don't.
So it was so
I missed
raw.
that. Okay.
It was raw.
Yeah.
And then at some point, all right, it's WCW time.
For real.
Everything changes.
Weird.
And then it's WCW.
They
had
like Nitro, the set looked like Nitro?
I don't know about that, but they had I remember Booker T wrestled Buff Bagwell.
Okay.
And the crowd was like, I paid to see WWE. What is this?
Oh, that's what it was.
The crowd was like dead.
They really don't like it. Oh,
it was so bad. It was so bad they fired Buff Bagwell after the match.
For real? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the match wasn't like horrible, but the reaction of the crowd,
it's not there at all.
Booker T, they knew he was still popular.
Yeah.
So Booker T, they kept Booker T. But Buff Bagwell literally had one match in WWE and then got fired.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't even know they did that on Raw. I didn't know it was like Raw.
I remember watching that live, and I was like, what is happening right now?
That is weird. That's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Well, what they could have done if they wanted to be nostalgic was just do the same thing with ECW One Night Stand. Just give them their own One Night Stand.
They should have done that. They should have had their own separate show and make it kind of look like their own thing, even though it's not.
They're kind of doing it now. look where the like Halloween Havoc is back now.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And World War III, and I think Starcade, maybe. They're bringing back the titles.
Yeah, the titles. That's about it.
But it's not the same. It's not the same. Well, anyway, if Vince McMahon is barely knows what to do with the WWE roster, right? That he has.
Yeah.
Now he has this huge more of wrestlers on his roster, WCW roster.
Yeah.
ECW is too much.
This is too much.
So he ended up just firing everybody because I remember they had a Survivor Series, and then that was it.
That's what it was. Yeah.
WWE won, of course.
Yeah.
But then, remember that during the invasion, for some reason they made Stone Cold heel.
Yeah,
it was like weird. Yeah.
He was a really bad heel, though. It wasn't
the cool heel.
Deborah.
It was a dumb thing.
Yeah.
It just was weird. It's like you think Austin would have been for WWE.
It was odd timing. Yeah, I agree with you. It was odd timing, but then not only that, like it lost my attention. But they can't. The thing is, Austin can be a good heel if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact they made it very gimmicky, very childish. I think it was like aiming for. I think that's when they start aiming more towards kids because I don't know because the McMahon was going into Congress or something like that.
Probably.
But they brought out Deborah, and I mean, I like Deborah just being Deborah, but when you're getting involved in stuff like, you're giving away your cookies, and Stone Cold Steve Austin has to go and tell you, like, I love your cookies, it's okay. And then she gets mad at you and throws the thing at you. I was just like
too kiddish. It was very kiddish. It was very dumb. It was like a forced heel, kiddish heel. It was like crap.
Yeah.
I was like, this is shit.
Yeah. The thing is, like, yeah, he could make a good heel. It's just like
on his own terms, his own
time. He was a weird type of baby face, and that's what I liked about him because he was more like the lone wolf, and I never
anti-hero.
Anti-hero,
yeah, he was like the anti-hero. Yeah, he was never like the leader because I hate leadership kind of roles because I've always been one to break the rules anyways. So I like that loner kind of stuff.
See what Shaw says right there. Look, he's already saying it. It's the end.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty much getting close to the end there. Because I think The Rock was already gone to Hollywood. He was gone by then?
So yeah.
It
was a weird time. It was like that weird kind of almost like a transitional time. It was a very weird time right there. Like John Cena was coming up, I think, and all that. It was a weird kind of thing at that time.
But yeah, they botched that, and I remember a lot of people got let go and fired, and they didn't know what to do with them, which was unfortunate. But it is what it is, But
2003 or 4 around there, because that's when WrestleMania 17. It was when he turned heel, and I think that was also the last match between Austin. Not the last match, but that's when The Rock was more gone.
WrestleMania, I think, or
the
something.
greatest movie ever made, Scorpion King.
Scorpion King,
the greatest movie of all time.
All times, they beat everything out.
You know what was hilarious? You know what was hilarious? Do you remember when The Rock came back and he kind of briefly had a Hollywood Hogan type of gimmick? I'm a star. I'm a Hollywood star, right?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when he feuded with Hurricane Helms and it was hilarious?
Oh yeah,
remember the Hurricane?
Yeah, the Hurricane is the superhero guy.
Right.
Hurricane.
It was hilarious because he was talking about he just jumped in Rock's promo like this. And he was like, the Scorpion King ain't shit. Like, well, sorry, that's into the Attitude Era. You couldn't say shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
But he was like, it's all about Hurricane's the real superhero. And then The Rock got offended by that.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, it's all about Scorpion King. It was so random and weird.
Weird,
but it was
cringe.
Hilarious because when they wrestled each other, the crowd was going for Hurricane. It worked. It was hilarious. At one point, I remember The Rock put on Hurricane's cape. And he's like flying around, like running around the ring, like he's flying to make fun of him.
Oh my God!
I think Hurricane beat him.
Did he for real?
I think he beat him somehow. I'm not claiming.
Oh my God!
I don't. It was so random. Me bringing it up right now is random too. But I just that was hilarious. Like Scorpion King reminded me of that. There was like a Scorpion King versus Hurricane feud.
Oh, it's so. Oh man!
Speaking of Hurricane, he just him and Gangrel. You remember Gangrel?
Gangrel.
The vampire.
I remember Gangrel so well just because when I was a kid, that was one of like him and Edge and Christian came out, and I just remember being terrified. I was like, kind of
The Brood.
The Brood.
Really could have been something.
The theme song was good. I love the theme
Dude,
song.
It was a great theme song. Yeah, it's cool.
Theme
Yeah.
song. I still love that theme song to this day.
Yeah.
It's a good sound. It sounds good. Yeah.
I remember when we went to a live event, and I remember they came out. The Brood came out. I was at a house show, and the WWE and Brood came out. So that theme song played. I remember there was this lady in front of me. She was like loving that theme song, man. She was just like,
you're jamming out to it.
She was like doing everything. So funny, dude. I'm gonna throw in Blue Meanie while we're at it.
Oh, there you go.
That was for Jax. Yeah, I remember. I just never forgot. We were laughing at her because she was like enjoying it a little bit too. I think she was on the sauce.
Probably.
She was like enjoying that theme song way too much. Did you ever go to a live event and fuck with people? Not in a dickish way, but kind of mess with people in a funny way. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing that. Kind of just do like say something or just kind of goof around.
So,
I was 10 years old when I went to one, so.
So I usually, I'm not an asshole. So I'm there to just watch the show. I don't want to bother anybody, right?
Yeah.
But there was one day there was this guy next to me. Keep in mind, we're at a WWE event. He was so smashed and hammered. He was so gone that he was leaning over me and talking to me a lot, and I could smell it. And I was like, "Oh, it was all right, cool, dude."
Oh man.
Whatever, right? And I kept fucking with him. And we're at a WWE event, and I told my buddy, "Watch this." And then once in a while, randomly, I'll point to the rafters and I go, "It's Sting."
He'll be looking like,
he goes, "Where?"
Oh,
dude, I couldn't believe it. Was hilarious. And then later we're at a WWE event. Sting is not there, but he was that smashed. But the funniest thing was, well, not funny, but it's kind of fucked up. But it's his fault. He was so smashed and hammered. One of his favorite wrestlers lost that night. So I guess he still thought he was at a WCW show because he started throwing trash in the ring.
Oh shoot!
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, this is not WCW, bro. That happened over there. You're right. And then he got kicked out.
Do you remember? It was one of the very first Buried Alive match. It was the one with Stone Cold versus Undertaker. Do you remember when a fan threw? It was like a soda, like the one with like this. Threw it at the Undertaker's head. Does anybody remember that?
I think I remember that. I hit him like right here. So I was like,
I got a wrestling event story for you. So the one and only time I went to a WCW event, it was a house show. And house shows sometimes are better than pay-per-views because it's a house show, so wrestlers can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They can come out, say whatever they want, they can come out whatever entrance music they want.
Yeah.
Because back then everybody didn't have cell phones and shit.
Yeah.
They could do what they want.
You get what you want. No one's gonna know.
Right. So I'll never forget it, man. NWO was in the ring. Hollywood Hogan was there. And this was like, dude, if I could have recorded it then, I wish I could have. But Hogan, he's got to rip the shirt, son. Yeah. So Hollywood Hogan comes out to that Jimi Hendrix music, voodoo child, right? It was like perfect aiming, He's in mid rip, shirt rip, like this. Someone threw an egg.
Oh, an egg.
Perfect aim. Right when he's opening it like this.
Oh, damn, dude. Wow, that's great. That's great.
And the best thing about it was Hogan just gave up after that. Like, he was just like, he just stood there like this.
Oh, shit.
And then Hall and Nash were like yelling at the guy. You're like, we're going to get you after the show.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
That's
dude.
great. Wow,
I can never forget that. That was funny. Can you imagine going to an ECW event though? You better bring some brass knuckles with you.
Oh,
if it's something like that. Oof.
I totally forgot to finish the New Jack Vic Grimes story.
Oh yeah, when you went the scaffolding one, yeah, that one.
Right.
Yeah,
so after Vic Grimes bitched out and landed on New Jack's head and fractured his skull. New Jack's trying to recover. Well, while he was recovering, he found out from the other wrestlers that Grimes was talking shit. Yeah, I injured New Jack. Yo, New Jack thought you think he just gangster walking around. I injured him, right? So New Jack's like, oh, really?
Oh.
And XPW, when they had their rematch, it's not ECW, it's XPW now.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I'll take care of it. All right. I'll be back. Sorry. So they have that, they're 5,000 feet in the air.
Yes.
It's happening, right?
Yes, yeah.
Above the ring. Now, Jax, below, you can find this because it's XPW, so she should be able to find it.
Yeah, I think it's online.
So just New Jack versus Grimes XPW, you'll find it. There's the whole ring around inside the ring is nothing but tables stacked upon tables, stacked upon tables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, this is insane. This is probably like, I don't even think ECW would do something like this.
It was a weird thing, yeah.
Well, he's supposed to get revenge and throw Grimes over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Grimes is being a dick again. So New Jack's like, all right, now's the time where I want him dead. He brings out a real stun gun.
That's right, yeah.
Real.
Okay. Yeah.
Starts stunning gunning Grimes. He's like,
up above.
Right? Oh, and they're still above there.
Yeah.
Then he throws him off. New Jack said he tried to kill him. He was hoping.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
I was like, fuck, New Jack, right? So he falls over just like this. It's just crazy. He hits the ropes, goes through some of the tables, falls back, and then they quickly ended that show. They like right after the guy landed, they were like, all right, thanks for coming, everyone.
It was like an outside, almost like a carnival venue. It was weird.
Yeah, it was like, that's the end of the show. Everyone exit now. We got to make sure the ambulance comes.
Yeah. He almost died.
So that's how that ended. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot to finish that story. But New Jack is insane. Did you hear about the story where he starts shanking somebody in the ring?
Yes, I did hear that one. I think in not Dark Side of the Ring, but he did an interview with Vlad TV. So I believe that's where I heard it.
Yeah. Well, the guy. I don't think
the Vlad TV interview with New Jack. Go and watch it because he gets into like detail with that stuff. And then I didn't know he dated Terry Reynolds, and it gets pretty gross with that.
Wow.
It gets gross.
Part that gets low.
Uh-oh.
You won't talk about.
Repeat it one more time. You were cutting off.
I said a certain part of New Jack gets licked.
Oh,
is that what it was? I didn't know.
And we're not going to go into detail about that one.
Oh, man.
I send him that part. So you can either watch it like the whole hour of it, or sometimes he has them cut into pieces, like each section of whatever they're talking about. But yeah, I send them the section of that part.
Nice.
Yeah, New Jack's insane. But he's entertaining at points. I give him that. He makes me laugh. Coming out to Natural Born Killers theme song.
Oh, yeah, it was great. He would wrestle with that song the whole time in the ring.
Yeah.
It was great.
He talks a lot of shit about Vince McMahon, too. He calls him basically a serial killer. He calls Vince McMahon.
He calls him a serial killer?
Even though this guy has like killed people or almost killed people.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy.
But I guess
so that must mean it's legit and official that Vince McMahon is Satan.
It has to be.
If New Jack is saying those things. Now, even Vince McMahon with his feud with Stone Cold, even that, Vince has his moments of being entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get too much Vince, then it gets old and you don't want to see him anymore. But back to this is I could segue right to the decline of ECW. So a perfect example of this is when Vince McMahon became ECW champion.
Oh, that's right. It was so cool. Oh, it was so dumb. This is so dumb.
This was on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
The Sci-Fi Channel, yeah. I was like,
that's when you know it was beyond dead.
Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah. So the December to Dismember was the pay-per-view that killed ECW completely. That killed ECW was already dead, but it killed the ECW nostalgia because when go to that pay-per-view and look at the matches they have on there. What are these fucking matches? They have the Hardy Boys versus Eminem. ECW? Oh.
It's like makes no sense. There's nothing to do with ECW. Does nothing to do with it.
Main event, you had Test, Big Show, and Bobby Lashley in the main event of the ECW.
That's right, it's Bobby Lashley. He was like a champ or something, wasn't he? Like he was like that, wasn't he?
He won the belt that night.
That was it. It was done at that, yeah.
And if they had CM Punk and RVD there at the time, and the ECW crowd was on CM Punk's side at the time because he was a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah.
So but once he got eliminated at the end, the crowd was pissed. And then to save the event, all they had to do was just have Rob Van Dam win.
Yeah.
But he lost, and because Vince McMahon, Paul Heyman, it was supposed to be Rob Van Dam, but Vince changed it. He's like, no, I want Bobby Lashley to be ECW champ.
Yeah.
And when Bobby Lashley became champ, that night, the crowd was chanting, "We want refunds."
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah, and then later down the line, Vince McMahon somehow got the belt and became ECW champ.
It was so weird.
And that was the end.
That was it. Yeah, it was like a weird done.
Why is ECW on the Sci-Fi Channel?
That was so. I knew it was like, this is bad.
You can't have a company that's extreme and then cut the balls off of it.
No, it doesn't work. Yeah.
You can't have a barbed wire match with the spikes gone. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make it doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Seriously, you might as well just kill ECW, let it die.
Yeah.
Instead of, for some reason, Vince, they tried to milk it, I guess. But
I remember some of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Heyman. I don't know. You think he would have put on a better event? So I'm assuming this was Vince.
Had to be.
Because why would Paul Heyman put Test, The Big Show,
doesn't make any sense,
and Bobby Lashley?
Doesn't do ECW. Nothing.
It's like, what's happening?
Like, was it a SmackDown we're watching? Was it sick? Was it Heat? What are we watching?
Do you remember ECW when they were on the Sci-Fi Channel? Do you remember with the Sandman? All they had him do. Do you remember?
He was just like walking around or something. Was it? What did he do?
All they had Sandman do was they would introduce a goofy wrestler.
Okay.
And they had a wrestler called, he was a zombie.
He was a zombie.
He came out,
right?
He came out like a zombie and he did a promo like this.
What the hell, dude? I forget that.
And then he was called Zombie. And then the music would hit. Of course, it's not Enter the Sandman. They had to give some generic bullshit.
Yeah.
And Sandman would come down out of nowhere and just cane stick the guy and chase him out. That was Sandman's gimmick till the end. He introduced a goofy gimmick and he'd come out and beat up the guy.
Oh, it's so bad.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
So bad. Oh my God.
Why is Sandman beating up a zombie?
That makes no sense. I was like, why is there a zombie?
I feel like somebody like him, like Vince McMahon, can't control Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then who knows, like at that time, like I'm pretty sure that's when Sandman's career was like kind of going downhill because from what I've heard, he's just was a raging alcoholic and sometimes he just couldn't.
Sure.
Like Matt Hardy. Well, who was it? Not Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy, the one where Sting had to like just.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, I forgot. It was Jeff Hardy. Yeah, where Sting just fucking pinned him down real quick because he couldn't handle his heroin ass or anything.
Did you see that, Danny?
No.
Dude, go when you get free. Go online and it's Impact. It's TNA, right?
Is it TNA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think TNA is Impact Wrestling now, but at the time TNA they were TNA. Bro, Jeff Hardy comes out drunk.
Wow.
Plastered.
Okay.
And he gets in the ring, and immediately Eric Bischoff was there in charge at the time. He knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
So Sting comes out. They start to try to get ready to wrestle, but then you could tell something was wrong. So Eric Bischoff runs out there, gets in the ring, and he's like making up some bullshit storyline before they get back to wrestling. He's trying to see if Jeff can sober up.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he's like, yeah, Sting.
Just trying to buy him some time.
It didn't do anything. So you know what? We don't want Jeff to hurt himself or hurt Sting, right?
Oh yeah.
He can't do moves. Can you imagine a drunk Jeff trying to do Swanton Bomb?
Oh, he'd kill himself.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
So Sting, Jeff he did the, I don't know if he did the Scorpion Deathlock or something. Not the Deathlock. I don't know if he did that. His Sting's DDT, the reverse DDT. Or he just I don't remember. But he physically holds him down, and Jeff's supposed to kick out.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't let him.
Wow.
And then they just end it, and Sting walks out. And
I'll look at this. I'll look that up. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I'll look
dude,
that up.
Sting. Sting's a Christian now.
Yeah,
I don't have anything against that, but Sting was known behind the scenes to be an easy guy to work with and a nice guy.
Mm.
When Sting's walking up the ramp away after that match and the crowd's talking to him and Sting turns and goes, yeah, you're right. That was bullshit. When Sting is saying that, he's like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Man. I agree. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yes.
Now, Jeff Hardy, I haven't been keeping up that much. Is he okay now or he's still struggling with shit?
I don't know if he's wrestling, but I know he's okay because sometimes I'll watch I'll watch Matt Hardy's YouTube channel and he seems sober because sometimes he'll be on there. They look
Yeah.
All right.
I think he's fine now. I think so. Yeah.
So you have, back to what was special about ECW was it brought competition, not financial competition, but it still put WWE on notice. Like, oh fuck, everyone's kind of watching this shit. This low budget. There's only 10 people in the audience. People are watching. What the fuck? We're gonna have to change our shit.
Yeah.
But other companies have been for years. WWE's kind of been the mainstream. What everyone sees when they think of pro wrestling, they see WWE, right? But now with companies like AEW, that's been coming up and giving them some competition. And AEW's put on some great matches. Yeah. They've been going off and on though. Like they're not perfect. They're kind of struggling a little bit. But once in a while, they'll have an extreme match. Like John Moxley, he used to be Dean Ambrose in WWE.
Yeah.
He like barbed wire, going through the tacks, glass, all that stuff. Like once in a while, they'll have an ECW match. And a lot of people they don't like it. I know for a while they were like banning chair shots. Like you can only chair shot the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Chair shot the head anymore. Because think about it. When was the last time you saw someone take a headshot?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of got rid of that. So, but AEW don't give a fuck. They'll
do it right there.
So AEW's got their own problems, but it's still nice that they're there. Yeah. It's still nice that they're giving some kind of competition a little bit with WWE, and it's nice that they're there so we have an alternative to watch, right?
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
If I had enough money, I'd pay for New Japan, the streaming service, and I'd be watching New Japan every week.
How much is that?
I think it's like WWE Network. I think it's like $10 a month.
Is it? Okay.
I just had to cancel it for now because Jax, you know what situation I'm in. Danny, you know what I'm going through right now. But the rest, I mean, Japan has figured out a way to put people in the audience. So if you watch New Japan now, there's not a big crowd, but there's people sectioned out.
That's cool.
Which I would take that any day over forced fake crowd noises reacting to shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is what WWE's doing. Wrestle Kingdom, man. The last year, in January this year, Wrestle Kingdom was like great, man. It was like a spectacle. The matches were great, and it's good to have that alternative.
No, it is good. Yeah, it is.
And if you want to go back and watch WWE, hey, do your thing. Chat and fans, and there's nothing wrong with it. But competition, I've always said, is the best for WWE. You're going to see the best. Why do you think Vince McMahon is using NXT to face off against AEW? Why?
Oh yeah.
So every week it's NXT versus AEW.
Yeah, it's like every Wednesday, right? Is it every Wednesday?
Yeah. But this is good.
It's good though because it makes their product better because you're competing. Yeah. It makes you bring up your A game even better because okay.
Any other ECW memories? I have one more that you guys want to share. I have one more.
You can go for it. Yeah,
go ahead.
So Jax, this is another one you got to look up. So when Steve Austin was in WCW, remember he tag teamed with Brian. Am I back?
He got fired? No, I said he got fired by Bischoff.
He did get fired.
By his assistant or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so. And he tag teamed with Brian Pillman, right, Danny?
Yeah.
And they were what was their gimmick? The Hollywood Blondes?
Hollywood Blondes, yes, right. The Hollywood Blondes, yes. The Hollywood Blondes,
which is hilarious seeing.
Yeah, because Steve Austin had the long hair, right? Yeah.
And they had a little thing. I forgot what it's called. Yeah.
They were funny together because they were good heels. But after he's not in WCW anymore, he actually went to ECW for a brief time. Yes. And then he didn't stay there that long because he got offered to go to WWE and become the $1 million champ. What was it? The
ringmaster of the
ringmaster.
Yes.
Lame.
Yes.
You gotta look it up, Jax. Steve Austin's promo in ECW, and you will die laughing.
Oh, he did some great promo stuff there. That was funny.
You will die laughing because he showed up dressed like Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
And he did a promo basically talking like Hulk Hogan. It's so funny. He talks like Hulk Hogan, but what he's doing is he's making fun of the people that fucked him over in WCW.
Yeah, he does.
And the reason why I'm here, son. And I'm doing
He's the reason why I'm here, son. He's because he's telling the story what happened.
because I couldn't get past mid-card status.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's why I left the WCW, brother. It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember he wasn't able to wrestle that time because he had messed up his ankle. So that's why Heyman was like, "Yeah, just do the promos or something." I never seen the promos, but I knew he did the promos.
Yeah, they're
Stunning
good.
Steve.
Stunning Steve Austin. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
In WCW.
Yep.
The promo is fucking hilarious because it's Steve Austin doing Hulk Hogan, but he's wearing a Hulk Hogan yellow belt, and he's walking away, and it says "Stevester rules" on the belt, and he's just like, but what's great though is he does Hogan, and then at the end he turns into himself, and he gives up. He takes the bandana and everything off, and he goes, and there's no way this lame ass shit will work anywhere.
That's right. Yeah, he's like, it's like this, like that. Yeah, it's great.
It's just shot at Hogan and everyone else.
Yeah.
And then when he walks away, you see Steve still rules on the back. But what's so funny about that promo is it's chaos. There's like people fighting in the background, like what's happening.
Yeah.
And then Joey Styles is there. It's like chaos, and even Joey Styles is like turning to the camera. He's like, "Oh my god!"
He's like looking like, "What the hell?" It's like it's all this crap going on.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, it's nuts.
But it was so funny. I'm sure if Steve, because he's talented, Steve would have did well in WCW. I mean ECW. He would have did well there. But thankfully for him and us, he became Stone Cold later, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to look up that Steve Austin's ECW promo. Because I think there's only one bit. That was the one everyone remembers when he comes out like Hogan.
Yeah, that's a classic one. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny.
You know, Joey.
Yeah. Come on to WCW, brother. It's like it's hilarious.
Oh, he's like Sean Shaw here says promo ahead of his time. Yep. And you know what I remember? I remember when he was fucking the $1 million champ.
Yeah.
Do you remember him talking?
He didn't really talk. It was all Ted DiBiase, I think.
What is this?
He's never talked and stuff. It was really weird.
Oh, you guys just.
Oop.
There.
Almost there. Almost there.
Are we back?
Yeah.
There we go.
You're back.
Smoke Hogan says Raven crucifying Sandman to the cross was epic. And we talked about that earlier. We did talk about that and how it was copycatted in WWE and everybody was fine with it.
Yeah.
To the point where Vince McMahon had a wrestling match against God.
Did he for real?
You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Nobody complained about that.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
You look it up, Jax. Vince McMahon gets in the ring and calls out God.
Oh my god.
And you see a fake light going down the ramp.
No.
God's invisible walking to the ring.
Oh, weird. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's crazy, right?
But Raven doing this thing, that's too much. You know?
Oh my god, I'm just seeing pictures and that's already bad. And oh my god, there's a little pixel where it's just showing like the light walking down. I wonder what music they play to that. All right.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick because I'm gonna head to the restroom real quick. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go good. All right,
funny.
now we can really say what we think about Jax, Danny.
Oh, there you go.
Finally, we can really talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this. Tired of this, man. It wasn't my idea that invited her. Did you invite her?
That was mine.
I mean, man.
It was mine. It was all you.
Problems, you know? I mean, geez.
It's all you, man.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We gotta mess with her. Yeah. Any other ECW moments? I mean, we covered quite a lot here.
Yeah, it's like, it was always just fun watching ECW back when and watching the shows. And I remember like it was early like mid 90s. It would come on like the middle of the night. It would come on. It was like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It was like weird.
It was always late. Yeah.
Always like middle of the night, late. You know. And
Orlando says that you need a. Oh, hold on. He said he remembers that was crazy. Where we were talking about earlier.
Oh God.
Yeah. But Hex says
Danny needs a beer.
Danny needs a beer.
He needs a beer. Maybe I'm good right now. Taking a little break from the beer for a few days, and I'll get some beer later on this week. Get these. So I get the old. Yeah, I get the all the goods. You go. Yeah, might as well show that for the hell of it. They get the old ECW T-shirts.
Oh yeah, show the merch.
Look at that, man.
I wish I had that. It's so awesome.
Right there.
Dude. Oh, join the revolution.
This is from 1997, right here. This is
dude.
97.
Hold on to that and cherish that, man. That's awesome.
That's why I always take care of these because they're like can't get them anymore. They get repros, but these are the original ones. So they get boom, ECF and W.
F and W, that's right.
And they get the back. Of course, that this means war. Oh yeah, so yeah, they still fit good too. They still fit good after like 22 years,
yeah.
21 years.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
John's asking us if we like the design. Did we like the design of the ECW Championship belt?
It was okay. It was okay.
It fit ECW.
It fit them. Yeah. It fit. Yeah.
I didn't mind the design at all. It was
okay.
It just fit them. Like, can you imagine watching an ECW event and they had super diamond
it wouldn't look right. Yeah, like a fancy ass belt or something, or a really big ass belt.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
What's funny is when Rob Van Dam beat John Cena. Oh, hey, there she is. Hey, we love you.
Oh, yeah.
The worst insult I could get is he's a John Cena fan. That's the worst insult I could get. I just know somebody called me a cutie. Like, what the hell? What did you guys talk about? Somebody right there called me a cutie.
That's not the first comment, Jax. You get a lot of comments like that. They're admiring your looks.
There you go.
Hey, where's the Phat Samurai Guy cutie comments? Huh? Come on.
Get those comments going. Get those comments going.
Silver Fox.
There you go. Get them comments.
No, if anyone's getting the comments, it's this guy.
I mean, it won't be me.
Oh, dude. Danny's the male model over here.
The male model. The male model of the ECW, brother.
John asked us, did we like the design of the ECW belts? And we said that we did like the design, but it's nothing fancy. But fancy is not ECW, though.
Yeah.
It fits ECW.
It does. It fits them.
But when Rob Van Dam beat John Cena, and he had both belts, he had a WWE Championship belt, and he had the ECW belt.
That's right. Yeah, they're like.
And it was funny because they asked him, Rob, why are you keeping the John Cena belt? And in pure Rob Van Dam response, he goes, because it spins.
Yeah, the spinning belt. Yeah.
Did you see my picture I posted with me and him?
No.
You didn't see it?
I don't think I've seen it.
To advertise for tonight, the story that I put out there, like make sure you check us out tonight at 6 p.m. I put a photo of me and him in there.
I don't think I've seen that. I saw the thing. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen it in there.
Well, you can go back to it.
I'll look at it. Yeah.
The belt, right? You're talking about the belt that you have with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I saw it.
Yeah, but we went to I think it was a comic book convention, and Rob Van Dam was there. He had a booth.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, hell yeah, I'll go over there and get my autograph from Rob.
Yeah.
And we got Mr. Death Metal saying, New Jack was my favorite from ECW.
Yeah, that's my boy, Mr. Death Metal, right there. He's my fave.
Death Metal.
Mr. Death Metal is a natural born killer.
There you go.
That guy can tell you everything about wrestling.
That's awesome.
Back to RVD. So I was standing in line, and the line to get his autograph or a photo with him everybody was dead. They're like quiet, just standing there. And out of nowhere, Rob gets up on the chair that he's sitting on. He stands on the chair, and he goes, "Everybody, wake up! Let's have a good time." He's all like, "Who are you here to see?" Rob Van Dam.
That's perfect.
And then the crowd the crowd got into it, right?
Oh, good.
Dude, he literally is, Sandman's the functioning drunk.
Yeah.
He's drunk all the time, right? RVD literally, 24/7 RVD is his high.
That's cool.
Right, dude. Like when I got up to take my photo with him, dude, this is what he said. He goes, "Hey, come here." And I'm like, "Wow, he's really like this."
He's just chill. Like he smokes the reef.
Hey, he gives me a card, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, He's like, hey, you want to check out my comic book store, man? I got cool stuff there, man. Check it out. Yeah, RVD had his own comic book shop at one time.
I never knew that. That's crazy.
I went there once. It's small, but
where was that? Where was his comic book shop at?
Well, I think it was out there. Well, it's probably San Diego, either LA or San Diego. I don't remember. It's so long.
Oh, I had no idea. That's crazy.
It was so long ago, but it was a small place. I went there once. It was cool. They had a whole bunch of belts on display.
That's cool. I never knew. I wish I went to this.
It's not there anymore.
That sucks. Yeah.
But just talking to him just for a minute, I was like, dude, he really talks and acts like this. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. But he was a cool dude, man.
That is super cool.
He was a nice guy.
That is dope, man.
I know he's back in TNA Impact Wrestling now, and I think he's still putting on matches. I mean, he's not as agile as he used to be, but he's still doing his thing.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, just a lot of great moments.
Oh, heck yeah.
ECW and just fun, just talking about wrestling in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
That was fun.
5-Star Comics.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Zero. That's what that was called. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. The Sci-Fi Century says, I've always liked the Attitude Era Intercontinental belt from the 90s.
And that belt don't exist no more, huh?
No. Do you like the belts
now?
No. Do you like the belts now?
The belts look weird now.
It's just a big W.
Yeah, it's like.
Did it kind of grow on
I don't mind
Jack?
the black one. Yeah, huh?
No, did that design kind of grow?
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're back. Did that design kind of?
I like the black and gold one, but then having to see it in every like with the women's, like the Raw, I think they should have just chosen one and just have that design. And then after that, I do like the traditional big old gold one. You know what I mean? It looks like a championship belt. Yeah. When you think of any kind of belt for whatever it is, you just think of the gold one, especially with the world on it, the globe. Yeah. So but I mean, I don't mind. I like the black and like gold one, but I think it should have just been for like one title only.
Right. Because you got a
I remember
I was never a fan.
I remember the deep one was terrible. The one with the butterflies. Who remembers? Like it looked like a brass belt from like the early.
That was. I remember that.
That was terrible.
That was a really bad one.
Divas Champ.
It was so bad.
Yeah, we've come a long way when it comes to women's wrestling now. It's gotten better.
Yes.
I think that was the only reason why I stuck to WWE again, because like I noticed the women's wrestling was like so much more better than the men's. I mean, look at the Royal Rumble. I mean, the first women's Royal Rumble, that was better than the men's. I was like, I couldn't deal with the I don't know. I just thought they were better, especially with what's her name? Flair's daughter and Becky. Charlotte. Becky was good for a while. But there we go.
Yeah.
Was the highlight Mr. Death Metals on what he said about the screw job.
Oh, he says,
okay.
Yo, Mr. Death Metal.
Yeah.
I saw that when it happened.
Oh yeah, I'm on pay-per-view right at that time.
I saw that when it happened, and me and my homies were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah,
that was
shocking.
Crazy day. That was a crazy day. It was me and my homies sitting around. We all pitched in to watch the pay-per-view, and we eating pizza, just chilling, enjoying the pay-per-view. And Brett and Sean, they always have good matches together.
Yeah,
and just to see, wait, what the fuck? Because my buddy had a way to record the pay-per-views. So we kept rewinding it. He was recorded to VHS, so we kept rewinding it. And Brett did not tap. What is that? Like you see Brett going for he's trying to reverse out of the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And then him going nuts and spitting on Vince McMahon and throwing the tables and then putting in the air WCW.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah. That was nuts.
And we were like, we kept rewinding. We were like, look at Sean. He just got out of the ring quick,
dude.
Sean and Triple H were gone. Yeah. Do you remember the wrestling?
He was such a pussy.
Do you remember the Wrestling with Shadows documentary?
Oh yeah, I got that. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Crazy.
Yeah, they go into detail with it.
See Brett, you see Brett.
They recorded at that time. Yeah.
In the locker room, he's like, Sean, did you have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Sean's like, I swear to God, Brett.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
I didn't do anything with that, bro.
You saw me out there, right? I think the funniest thing is the footage of seeing Vince McMahon limping by with a black eye.
He's like, he walks by, he's like kind of like holding his eyes.
That was hilarious because we all knew Brett went back there and punched him in the face.
Yeah, punch right in the face.
But everybody's all friends again, kind of.
They kind of made up a little bit.
Kind of
better than what it used to be. But yeah, seeing that live, dude, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget seeing that live. Well, you know, when the pay-per-view when it happened, and the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker versus Mankind.
Oh, that was epic too. That was crazy. Yeah, I got that recorded from the pay-per-view.
You were like, because that shit happened at the beginning.
Yeah, it was right.
At the beginning when he threw him off.
Yeah.
It was like
even Vince went out there to go.
That was nuts. I was like, is he dead? It was
nuts.
Oh, we're all frozen. There we go.
All right, we're back now.
And
are we back?
You're back. We're back.
I'm just gonna keep doing Red Rooster till we're back. Let me know when
there
we're
you go, Red Rooster.
Yeah.
All right, we're back now. Okay. Yeah, and Mick Foley.
We're all gonna do Red Rooster
now. Mick Foley was a madman. He came back and kept wrestling.
Yeah, it was nuts. And
when the
slammed and stuff.
That wasn't supposed to break.
No, it wasn't supposed to break. He almost died. He almost. That was the one.
Tooth that went through his lip.
Yeah.
Was his lip or his nose?
Yeah.
His nose or something like that. It was like it was like right here, his lip. Yeah, it was lip or something. Yeah, his tooth.
And then still got fucked up on some tacks.
They still put on a match. They still put on a match after all that shit. It was nuts.
You know what annoyed me and offended me and kind of pissed me off a little bit is when you watch shit like that with people who aren't wrestling fans.
Oh yeah.
That shit annoys me. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they say shit like they say shit like this. They say because we watched that with one of the guys wasn't a wrestling fan. And we're all like, oh my God, we're like losing it, right?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, man, these stunt guys, these stunt men are pretty good. These, you know,
it's like,
I'm like, dude, they're not stunt men, man.
Yeah. It's like they don't give them the like respect they deserve, you know, like
they do more than stunt man. It's that kind of
yeah. It's like,
oh no, I've gotten.
What's up?
Okay, we're all back to normal now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Are we all back to normal? Because we were all like from it.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Sci-Fi Century says he doesn't know how Mick Foley can still walk. Seriously.
He's tough as hell, man. He went through some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I know his leg is really injured to the point. I know his.
Oh, we lost you.
What? Oh yeah.
Are you back? Are we back? Are you back, Jax? Are you there?
Okay. Are
you back?
Yeah, I say we're having trouble connections right there.
All right, go for it. You can continue.
Crap. It's going to take a while for him to come back. We'll take over, Preston.
All right. Take over.
Oh, boy.
The Rooster.
Danny, you still?
I'm right here.
Are you there, Danny?
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm here.
We're going to spend the rest of the stream up. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I am here. I'm right here.
Orlando says, for real, bro, I hate watching wrestling with non-wrestling fans. It's very similar to mixed martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
When you sit down and you watch UFC for someone who doesn't know shit about MMA.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see a guy do a great wrestling technique and he gets the double leg takedown and then he goes for like a heel hook or something like that. And they're like, why are you on the ground? You don't do anything stupid. It's on the ground. That's just, dude, just don't watch, bro. Just watch boxing, okay?
There you go, yeah.
Just watch boxing. But yeah, non-wrestling fans, it's annoying, dude, because they don't understand. They don't understand. They don't have to like it.
They don't understand.
They don't understand performance and what guys have to do to train just to get to the indie scene. then work their asses off doing matches in the freaking school gyms.
Yeah.
For 5 people just for the chance to make it in a small or big organization one day. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot. It's hard, man. It's a lot of shit.
But, Mick Foley, he's just a stuntman, so fuck him.
It's terrible. It's so messed up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
How people act like that. It's like, it's crazy.
Like, dude, we understand. You know how people make memes of the memes of when I found out wrestling was fake. Did you see those funny memes people make sometimes when they like John Cena would be like
sometimes. Oh yeah, yeah.
Completely miss the guy.
Oh yeah.
Today I found out wrestling was fake. I never got that moment in my life where I stopped and went,
"Oh yeah. Like
this is fake."
Yeah.
I always knew, even when I was young, I always knew that it was an entertainment.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I never dude, you could tell when they're punching each other in the head.
Yeah.
There's no blood. Like you could tell. I never. I grew out of it because I found out it was fake.
Oh yeah, something like that. It's like
dude, I always knew it was entertainment. It's entertainment.
And those guys that say it's all fake, all those guys would not even last in the ring in 2 minutes because it's all running. It's hard. A lot of shit.
Yeah, they would get food. They would not know how to properly do a headlock, and
all that they would
by the ECW crowd.
Yeah.
He would get murdered. He would have to run out of the ring to save his life.
Right.
It's like I've always knew that it was. They weren't. It was entertainment. I always knew that.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
But it was just kind of like I never at one point was like.
Yeah, like that cold cross.
I love Botchamania.
Mm.
Have you guys seen that show on YouTube?
Botchamania. All the botch matches though.
Yo,
like
that Botchamania is the greatest show of all time. And if I can enjoy watching the screw ups and the botches and still have fun with that, but yet still suspend my disbelief to have fun and watch actual wrestling events. I think everybody else can.
Yeah, it's good. The best of both. Right?
I don't watch Botchamania and go, this is fake. I'm not watching. It's like, dude, we all know.
Yeah.
Kayfabe.
Oh yeah, that's because of social media.
Yeah,
but
there's no.
I think the one thing that I hate, like when I.
Oh, we lost Jax today. Man, we're losing a lot of people today.
Am I still here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Am I right? So, no, this is the BS crap. I'm slowing down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we still Raw Van Dam? Raw Van Dam.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Right there.
Are you here?
All
just
right.
talk. Just go, Jack.
I'm here.
Go.
All right. So what happens, like what I've been getting, this is from wrestling fans. I don't know whether they're trying to critique me or what. I get the ones whenever I try to show like footage of like when I'm watching wrestling and the DMs on Instagram, they're like, oh, that is so planned out. I'm like, can you not? Like, can you not? Like, no, like I didn't know it wasn't scripted or like, you know what I mean? Like, no, really. Yeah. Regardless, like, oh my God, like it's so annoying. Like, I don't know. They're just trying to, they think I'm just stupid and they think they need to educate me because I'm a girl. I was like, no, shut up. I've been watching this shit since I was 9, you idiot. I used to get the magazines and everything, okay? Who remembers magazines? Who remembers magazines? Remember when they had magazines?
Oh, yeah, the magazines. Oh, yeah.
I love that shit. I used to
buy that. Good old Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. But yeah, you got to get people like that. Just don't watch.
Yeah.
If mixed martial arts is not your thing, don't watch. If wrestling is not your thing, don't watch.
Exactly. It's like that.
Like, I don't like like I don't like watching UFC, but I don't say shit. I don't like watching MMA, and I don't say shit. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what's going on. So,
right. Oh, I'm gonna have to school you, Jax. I'm gonna have to bring Jax to the dark side of MMA. MMA. Slowly. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the old kayfabe stuff? Someone brought up this right here. Dr. Schultz Is that fake? Slaps the reporter. Did you see that? That was on the dark side of wrestling.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. He slapped.
It was fucked
right
up that WWE didn't have his back after that.
That was bullshit. Yeah, that was bullshit.
But that was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Remember how we were talking about like the murder mysteries of WWE? How we think like Vince McMahon might be behind some of them. No, we should have talked about that on Halloween, like some murder mysteries.
So there you go. Some murder mysteries.
Oh shit! I didn't realize what time it was, Danny. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not bad.
You sure, man?
I go a little bit more, like 10 minutes probably, or something like that. Yeah.
All right, we'll go for a few minutes and then we'll cut it short because Danny has a big orgy.
Nothing like that.
So ladies' man. So he's got to rest up, get ready.
I was inspired by HBK.
We're all cutting off anyway, so I get the feeling.
Is there any old wrestlers that you? Oh, am I back?
You're back. You look good.
Is there any? Oh, well, thank you, sir. Anyway,
yeah.
Is there any old wrestlers you hated growing up with, but then when you got older, you're like, these guys are the fucking shit?
Man, it's got to be like shit. Probably damn. It got to be. I can't think right now. Let me see.
Piper, bro.
Piper, that's a good one.
Piper.
Because I think when I was a kid, I thought it was just like whatever. Then when you get older, I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I hated Roddy Piper because he was the bad guy. I was a kid.
I think even me was like Shawn Michaels super early on. I was a kid. I was like, this guy's an annoying little ass.
Yeah.
And then like around 94, I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. Holy shit. I was like, I would go to school, listen to his theme music. I have the CD. I'll get pumped up. I'll be playing Sexy Boy. I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to some girls today,
But Roddy Piper, I became a huge fan.
Awesome, man. Piper.
Dude, that guy was way.
He was never a world champion, right? He was never a world champion WWF, right?
Never world champ.
That's crazy, man.
I know.
He should have been. He should have been.
And my love for Sensational Sherry.
Oh, Sherry, yeah, there you go.
She's so scary. Sherry was so great.
Sherry.
I just remember she annoyed me when I was young.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah. And now when I'm older and watching her promos and her being with Macho Man and HBK, she is great. The best manager Harlem Heat ever had in WCW.
Oh, totally, by far. Oh yeah, it worked great together. The whole unit with her and them was like worked great. Great.
Jax, were there any old wrestlers that you hated but you were okay with when you got older?
Well, I have that and vice versa. I mean, the only one, there was a lot of wrestlers I hated actually, but I just can't. The only one that sticks out to me right now was Triple H. I mean, obviously I hated him. Yeah, but he's a good bad guy though. I would never want him to be a baby face. Like, no, because when I do,
he fits that totally.
Yeah, but when I see previous matches with him, with his early days in wrestling, I was like, oh no, like I didn't even like his hair. I was like, I didn't even like
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah, when he had
back in the day, he was like a rich guy.
He was like a
simple and
he was his hair on the ponytail.
He was a blue blood.
The blue blood, his nose, his parrot nose pushed up in the air.
Bobby says here, I was afraid of Psycho Sid when he said he was the master and ruler of the world.
Oh,
I actually thought he was going to take over the world.
Wasn't that horrible? He broke his leg. Was that on nights when he broke his leg, Psycho Sid? And his leg split in two?
And the ruler of the world.
Oh, he's like, ooh, he had the song.
I hated I was scared of the Undertaker when they did the whole like Ministry of Darkness shit, but now I'm like so loving it, and I wish I would come back.
I love Taker's version of his theme song around that time.
It was great. It was good, yeah, dude.
That was the best, in my opinion. Ministry Taker's theme song, his redo of his theme song was the best Undertaker theme song of his whole career. That's my favorite version.
It was good. It was good.
I also here's the thing. This is vice versa. I used to obviously be a Hogan fan, but now I can't stand his ass. I can't even stand his.
Me too.
Yeah,
I can't
be
even
looking
at him.
The same way. I'm like Hogan now.
I appreciate Ventura more. I appreciate Ventura more too. So, especially after his like especially how he threw like WWE and Hulk Hogan under the bus with the whole like how much they paid Hogan and everything. Like, yeah, I appreciate like Ventura a lot more.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Did you? But yeah, I was a fan too. I had a Hulk Hogan lunchbox. I was all.
You still got that lunchbox? That'd be cool.
No, I don't.
It'd be funny as hell.
I wish I did, just for comedy purposes.
For comedy purposes.
Here we go. We got Here we go from Shaw. Yokozuna, I really thought he was Japanese. I think we all did.
But I did. I thought he was Japanese. I totally thought he was.
$1 Million Man, hated that guy. Appreciate him as I got older.
Yeah.
He's another man.
He's another one I didn't like when I was a kid, but
yeah,
he was one of the best heels. It had one
great
of one of the best laughs.
It was like his voice. he had that crazy. He can only do that laugh. It's crazy. Like his laugh is like that's his own. Like it's crazy. It's like it's just like it's perfect.
Man, I had some other ones. Damn it. Did somebody mention? Did you mention when Psycho Sid broke his foot?
Oh, he broke his leg. It was a Nitro.
Oh my god!
His leg split like a. It just went boom. It was so bad, dude.
What was he thinking? A guy his size that never jumped off the top rope.
Did you watch that, Jax? When he broke his leg?
No.
Oh, watch that. Check it out.
Well, actually,
it's like hanging. It's like hanging.
Yeah, he decides to jump. He decides to jump off the top rope the first time in his career.
Yeah,
and do a big boot coming down on Scott Steiner.
Stupid.
And his other foot just you can see it dangling like this.
It's literally dangling in there. It's so you watch it like oh shit. You're like oh fuck no. It's really bad. I think it was Nitro, right?
Right now, I'm looking at pictures.
Are you watching right now?
Yeah,
pictures are terrible. Oh my!
Isn't that one? That's like one of the worst breaks you can see.
That ended his career.
Is that what it did? Okay,
it
would have to. It would have to.
But if you thought that was bad, what about the video I just sent you guys not too long ago?
Which one? I didn't see it.
The independent. You sent it to me. No, you sent it to me.
Oh, I saw that one. Oh yeah, the one with the knees.
The guy.
Knees.
The independent wrestler that jumped down like this and grasshoppered his legs.
It became a frog.
That was worse than Psycho Sid.
That was so bad. Dude. Imagine the pain of that. His legs are going in, his knees went inside and out.
I think he was more embarrassed than in pain.
This is probably his first match at a shitty indie show, and he just broke his end of his career. There you go.
Who remembers one? I forgot who Triple H was against, but he gets kicked real hard right here underneath the chin, and everyone like you could just hear it, and the whole crowd was like, "Ooh!" Like
I don't know that one. Oh damn!
Dead quiet.
Oh shit! Shaw was reminding us of one of the greatest moments in wrestling history, the Shockmaster.
Who's the Shockmaster?
Do you know about the Shockmaster? Danny,
what? I don't know the Shockmaster.
Who's the Shockmaster?
Who is that? I might know when you say it, but I don't know.
It's one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. So, do you remember Tugboat in WWF?
Oh yeah, Tugboat. Yeah.
He goes to WCW. They make him this gimmick. He's the Shockmaster.
Oh man, WCW. Yeah, for sure, definitely them.
So
would do that.
They get a Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh.
They spray paint the Stormtrooper helmet with like glitter, like silver glitter.
Oh.
He puts it on. Now keep in mind, this is live TV.
Okay.
What he was supposed to do is you had Sting, British Bulldog, Sid, I think Stevie Ray, and Flair was in the background with somebody else. They're there doing their promos. And Sting, the signal for Shockmaster to show up, Sting goes, and I got, they have a secret partner.
Oh, and they go, Shockmaster.
I got someone who's going to shock the world.
Oh, shit.
The Shockmaster. So what was supposed to happen was there was this wall over here, and the Shockmaster was supposed to crash through like Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But what happened was they didn't tell him that there's the wooden beam there that the guy put it there to hold the set. It was too high.
Oh,
and they didn't tell the Shockmaster that. So guess what happens?
Oh, he runs on.
He crashes through, falls right on his ass.
Oh,
Stormtrooper helmet rolls away, and he quickly runs grabs the helmet and puts it on, but it's too late because it's live TV.
Oh.
And you hear in the background, it's hilarious. You hear British Bulldog say, he just fell fat on his arse. and then the whole time you hear Ric Flair in the background going, oh God. Oh God, dude. And then after all of that, they still try to go on with the sketch. And there's a guy on the outside on a microphone.
Yeah.
Talking like he's the Shockmaster.
Oh no!
It is one of the greatest botchamania moments.
Wow, I gotta check
in the history of WCW.
It sounds familiar now. He said the stormtrooper mask. That sounds.
When we're done talking, go straight to YouTube.
I will check it out. I know WCW has some horrible gimmicks back in the day.
All you have to do is type in Shockmaster.
What was that one?
It'll come up.
What was that one? It was like the guy that came out not the Himalaya, but what's that one guy? It was like he came out of the frozen ice block, the WCW guy. It was like the Yeti.
Oh, the Yeti.
The Yeti.
The Yeti. The Yeti.
Horrible.
Dude.
Horrible gimmick.
So this tall dude dressed up like a mummy.
Yeah.
Who's the Yeti? Comes out of nowhere.
So bad.
And the Giant is bear hugging Hogan in the ring.
Yeah.
And the Yeti comes out and he doesn't have any wrestling talent at all. Comes out and instead of bear hugging Hogan too, which is awkward because Big Show's already doing it.
Yeah.
He bear hugs top like this around Hogan.
Yeah.
So it looked like this. So he's just
so
it looks like he's fucking Hogan.
He's fucking right his ass.
It is hilarious. It's on the top of the box.
It's so good.
Botchamania list. Like it's on there.
It's so bad. And like one more. What was that one? Was it Nash? Was it Kevin Nash? Was like the wizard? What was the grand? Was it the Grand Wizard? Like the Wizard of Oz? Wizard of Oz.
Kevin Nash. One of his gimmicks was Vinny Vegas.
Yeah, Vinny Vegas. That one, Vinny Vegas.
He had the suit on. He had the card.
Yes.
What the fuck are you? Right? And then he was Oz.
He was Oz. Yeah, it was Oz.
A character from Wizard of Oz, Jack.
Yes. It's so bad.
Late 90s WCW was horrible.
Cool.
You're confirming it, Mr. Death Metal.
Big Daddy Cool.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Glacier. Remember Glacier?
Oh, Glacier was that's a really bad one. Glacier.
Sub-Zero ripoff from
Sub-Zero totally. With the contact lens and everything.
And he had one of
the promo. Did these dumb moves. It was like
he had a cool entrance.
It was like all these like strobe lights.
The strobe lights, like and then they have like fake snow
and bullshit coming down.
And I remember, but he sucked as a wrestler though. I remember though that they gave up on Glacier so much, like bad.
Yeah.
That there was one of the storylines was, I think it was Ernest the Cat Miller. Somebody was wrestling Glacier to win his entrance.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
And Glacier got beat, and I think Ernest the Cat Miller or whoever beat him came out to the.
Yeah, Glacier was shit. That was like
it was terrible.
It was like 96 or something like that, right? 97, 96.
It was terrible.
Around that time.
I do remember the only thing I really remember WCW is like they had nice like arena sets, like that tropical one, like the Hawaiian ones. Like they had some good ones. That's all I remember much of them. But
was that the Bash at the Beach?
Trash the beach.
And I just remember the ones that stuck out was Sting, obviously, because he did the whole crow gimmick. And
the crow gimmick,
which was cool at first, but then they ruined that.
Yeah, that's only the 2K. Yes.
Shaw says Haku and Barbarian, scariest guys for some reason because they reminded me of my uncles.
There you go.
The Faces of Fear were
the Faces
awesome
of Fear
tag team in WCW. You did not fuck with them. And the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash's best tag team match was against Faces of Fear. That was like legit wrestling match. It was a great match. But since he's brought up Haku, have you heard of Haku's The Scariest Man in Wrestling Stories? Have you heard of this?
No, not.
So, Haku, when he was in WWE, I think he was Haku, but then he became, he was Haku in WWE. And then he went to WCW, and he was Ming. He became
Oh, yeah,
Ming.
Yeah, Ming. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I don't remember I don't know if he was still Ming when he went back to WWE later. I don't remember.
No.
But he's a big, big Polynesian dude.
Yeah.
Big, stocky dude.
Yep.
But when you see him, he kind of looks kind of friendly a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
When you see him outside of wrestling, he's very nice, polite, friendly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Little did you know, he is considered by everyone that wrestles in the wrestling business as the scariest man in wrestling.
Huh.
Don't piss him off.
Oh, wow.
There's real stories from like Jim Cornette, like everyone will test stories of Haku.
Whoa.
Ming. One of the stories was he was minding his own business at a bar, eating and drinking, just being quiet to himself. All these dudes over here is like 5 or 6 dudes were trying to fuck with him.
Oh.
And they were like, wrestling's fake. Fuck you for what you do, you piece of shit. They're kind of being racist too.
Damn.
So they fucked with him. He's like, well, now I got to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
So he beats the shit out of all these dudes.
Nice.
Ends up biting a chunk out of the guy's back. The guy's missing a chunk from his back because Haku bit him and tore it off.
Wow.
The cops show up. Haku is still in Super Saiyan Berserker's Barrage mode.
Oh, shit.
Right? They mace him and it does nothing.
Wow, dude.
Haku breaks out of the fucking handcuffs.
Wow.
I'm not making this up.
Holy shit.
There are people there. Other wrestlers are there.
Wow.
And other wrestlers that are considered real badasses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
I've seen interviews with them and they were asked them, who's the toughest guy in your opinion?
Yeah.
And they would say me.
Wow. I had no idea.
I have another story though. Another wrestler fucking with him. Like he's minding his own business.
Yeah.
Fucking with him. They fight. Haku rips his eye out of the guy's socket.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's like many Haku don't fuck with this guy stories.
There's be a documentary of him talking about his stories. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like. I didn't know he was like that.
But when you see him in real life, he's just there trying to make money to earn money to feed his family.
Dude, I never
He's
knew.
very nice and respectful, but don't piss him off.
And those guys deserve it because those guys are assholes. Treat him like a piece of shit. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Guy,
What was the other scary one? Vader? That was another one that people kind of feared, right? Who was it that ran away from him and didn't want to wrestle him?
A lot of people.
he would like really hit you, like really.
It was the story.
You told me.
Mick Foley lost half of his ear wrestling Vader.
Yeah.
Because Mick Foley does that. He does that move where he gets thrown into the rope, but he'll flip over and tangle him up himself. But when Vader threw him in there so hard that when he tangled himself up, the rope just sliced some of his ear off.
Yeah.
But it was in Mick Foley's book where he talks about how everyone feared Vader so much that it would be like squash matches, right? Like this jobber dude, Billy over here. Hey, you're wrestling Vader tonight.
Oh yeah.
And they would cry. They would or try to leave.
Yeah, like I can't do this.
Because Vader was he was known for being stiff.
Stiff hits.
But,
But
did you see the match he had in Japan against Stan Henson?
I don't think I have.
Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it. Stan Henson is known to be stiff too.
Okay.
Well, you got stiff versus stiff. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? At some point, Vader's eyeball comes out of its socket.
Are you serious?
Yeah. His eyeball is detached.
What?
Yeah. And guess what? Vader still wrestles.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah. But they were able to salvage the eye and just put it right back in. This is all on YouTube. You can watch this.
Wow, I'll watch. Man, remind me later if I forget. Remind me of these lists. Don't forget. That's my homework tonight. That's my homework.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Maybe chat, help me out with this chat. This is for you guys. Ravishing Rick Rude, believe it or not, Mr. Sexy Guy.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Believe it or not, no one fucked with him. He can actually, he's a badass apparently.
I never knew, for real, Rick Rude.
Chat, help me out here. I heard a rumor that the Ultimate Warrior tried to fuck with Rick Rude in the locker room and Rick Rude beat the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
So let me know, chat, if you have heard that, okay? Or if that's legit, and we'll just keep on talking.
Warrior.
Yeah, like
I should really set up an Ultimate Warrior's theme song as like an alarm clock. That way I could feel pumped up waking up in the morning.
Oh yeah, it's like it's yeah.
Go for a run.
Dun, 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 dun,
One of the
dun.
greatest theme songs is Ultimate Warriors.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I don't think he would have been
No,
the
it's
same if he had a different
for
theme
one.
song.
No, I'm kidding.
The theme song helped out because it's just the whole energy was just like boom. It was like bam
Yeah.
right there. Coming out like on 20 Red Bulls.
Or cocaine. It was,
Or
cocaine,
probably
it was the 80s.
probably
Was
like
it
the coke, yeah.
Was it Sting's original theme song the one that goes, he does this and he does that?
Maybe it was.
Called Sting.
Yeah.
He's the man called Sting.
Oh yeah, it was so oof.
He does this.
He does
He
that.
does that.
He came with those bright like fluorescent pink and green outfits.
He's like, he looks
Paint.
fine.
Yeah.
He looks cool. He's not.
yeah, he looks cool. Yeah. It was so
it's-
hokey, dude. But it's
It's
funny.
all about when Sting tag teamed with RoboCop.
With RoboCop. RoboCop.
Danny, you need to write all this stuff down, sir.
Sting with RoboCop? What the hell?
Yes,
Is this like a
this
Super
this is
Brawl?
real.
Class champions?
This, this is
WCW
real.
event for
RoboCop
WCW
2,
for sure.
RoboCop 2 was coming out soon.
Oh shit.
So they said, hey, WWE is grabbing all the kids' audience.
Oh my
Remember-
God. That's an epic picture there.
I want a shirt with Sting next to RoboCop just for fun.
That'd be dope.
Me
dude.
too.
Just for fun.
That'd be dope.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah,
it
I
was
need a shirt
terrible.
like that too.
It was terrible. RoboCop barely walked out, and like his suit was coming apart.
This was something fire.
And all he did was open up the steel cage that was already unlocked and let Sting out, and that was it.
It was
They
like
walked in
useless
the
as
back.
hell.
That was it. They tried to make this big thing, but it was the time where WCW at the time, WWE was known as Showtime Entertainment Celebrity. WCW always had this. They had the stigma of, well, we're pure wrestling. Fuck
Oh, yeah.
entertainment. Come here for pure wrestling.
Mhm.
Well, they were losing the battle with WWE, so they're like, "Hey, let's try to get those kiddies."
Let's just do entertainment.
And that's when they decided RoboCop of all. What? And it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't bring more kid fans.
No.
Like, WCW, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, go WCW.
But Sting's a sport, dude. He tried to sell it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's all so funny.
I've always wondered why Sting was so loyal to WCW for all those years.
Yeah.
Because he's so talented.
You know-
You think Vince would have
Yeah.
tried to steal him,
For sure.
but he stayed till the end, the very last match before he went under. The
Mhm.
Sting, Ric Flair
Mm-hmm.
was the pay to.
And even after that, he didn't even go with WWE. But then again, he has said he didn't trust what WWE was going to do with his character.
I think that's it. I think he just didn't trust Vince.
Huh.
And unfortunately, when he finally came to WWE, it was a disaster.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
It was a disaster because for some reason Triple H destroyed all the momentum Sting had
Yeah.
and just beat him at WrestleMania. It's like, why, dude? Like, why'd you have to win? And it didn't make any sense why NWO was out there to help Sting. That made no sense.
I mean, it was such a weird thing.
Why?
It was so weird.
Because it was like DX helping Triple H versus Sting and NWO. Why?
Yeah, it was really weird.
And then after that, Sting had a match with Seth Rollins, and it was actually a good match until the crowd was into it. It was like match of the night until Seth Rollins did his buckle bomb move where he power bombs his opponent in the turnbuckle.
Mhm.
That was a wrap. Sting was injured. That was it. He couldn't wrestle anymore.
Wow.
So that figures he finally has a good match in WWE, and then
That's terrible.
it's sad, but he's in the Hall of Fame, so fuck it. He
Yeah.
deserves it.
I
Just
really wish they would have seen him for the Undertaker.
That's what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
Sting versus Taker. Even
I mean,
if
I think when we all saw him come out there, huh?
No, I'm just saying, even if it sucked, we still wanted to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker versus Sting, like it.
Oh
But
yeah.
no,
If it
Roman
would've been-
Reigns came in retirement. Yeah, I remember that. Who remembers Roman Reigns put fucking Undertaker in retirement? I saw your guys' video on that too. When you guys went to go see it at each other's house.
Oh, I was pissed when I was at Danny's house when we watched that. I was so pissed off.
Yeah, the Misfits were on WCW. I remember that.
Oh, he's talking about the Misfits. Yeah, they were there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I had seen pieces of it. Well, obviously I didn't see it at that time, but I was looking up. Old stuff about WCW with the Misfits. Yeah, and then I saw. I don't know. You guys sometimes listen to the Stone Cold podcast, but they had Jerry Only on there, and they asked him, "Why didn't you last long? You know, or finish the whole thing or whatever?" Right? And he has said that basically, Jerry has said that he kind of caught like Bischoff, like, and some other people, they were talking about them, and he was like, "What's going on?" And they had like a look like this, like they were like, "Uh-oh." And then that's when like Jerry's like, "Yeah, no, we're out," because they didn't trust whatever they had to do with that.
Oh,
because I think they had Gore on there too, but I was trying to look up videos with Gore being on WCW, but I couldn't find anything.
Gore.
They're on there.
Does anyone remember? Jax wouldn't remember this. Danny, do you remember the Kiss Demon?
I think I do. Yeah.
One of the worst wrestlers ever.
I think I do.
For some reason, they paid Kiss $1 billion to perform at a WCW event, and they introduced a new character called the Kiss Demon. And he, big, huge, buff dude, and he came out in Kiss paint.
Okay.
And he was garbage. He was horrible. That did not last. Do you remember the Ultimate Warrior ripoff, Renegade?
Oh yeah, I remember Renegade. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember him. Horrible.
That was terrible.
Horrible wrestler. Horrible. Really bad. Like really bad.
Oh, it's fun. Wolfpack Sting was terrible.
Oh yeah, with the red paint, right? You wore the red paint at that time, the face paint, Wolfpack.
Oh yeah, I remember. Uh-oh.
Nope, that froze up. Oh,
rollback.
Oh,
there you go.
Lex Luger Wolfpack was worse than Wolfpack Sting.
Yeah, yes.
Like Wolfpack, to this day, I love that theme song.
Oh yeah, the song's Doom Boom. Yeah, it's a catchy song. It's catchy as hell.
The Wolfpack was dope when it was just the Wolfpack.
Yeah. There was other people there just kind of.
Why is Lex Luger coming out to
doesn't fit? Doesn't even fit at all.
Like, what is this? And Sting looked like he was drunk.
He might have been.
Oh man, Mordecai! Oh my God, you remember Mordecai, Danny?
I remember the name. I remember the name.
God.
I don't know if I picture was.
He was presented as the anti-Undertaker. And instead of all black, he'd have all white, and he was like similar to Undertaker gimmick.
Yeah,
I remember him wrestling like one match, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, I remember the name though. Yeah, I'll look it up. Yeah, it was more all white. That's funny.
Oh, here, this one's for you, Danny.
Returns to WCW to promote the movie, dude. I do not.
The closest thing to that was, remember the Mortal Kombat TV show was on TNT. Remember we were at that. We were at Amoeba.
Oh yeah.
We were at Amoeba, and you were trying to get me to buy the show.
Yeah. The show. Yes.
But yeah, I remember watching that horrible show. I just remember watching it because it was a guilty pleasure because it was bad.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat TV show. But every once in a while, because they're on the same channel, TNT. So every once in a while, wrestlers would show up. Like there'd be an episode where Ming would show up playing this random character and just get in a fight with the Mortal Kombat character.
Something like that.
It's so bad. Oh my God. Oh, this is fun. Well, I know you got to go to sleep, man. You gonna be all right?
We're good.
You sure? Because we can end it now, man. If you need to head on out.
I gotta go in a few minutes, couple minutes probably. All right.
You said that 15 minutes ago.
I know, but I this time I will though. This time about 2 minutes probably. 2 minutes. 2 minute mark. I'll leave it 2 minutes.
Jax, what's your favorite wrestler? Top 5. What's your top 5 favorite wrestlers?
my favorite was Stone Cold. My top 5? Okay, Stone Cold's always going to be number 1 because that's where I learned how to run my mouth from. So, let's see.
Oh, thanks for the donation again, John.
Other one?
Do you remember that, Danny? Undertaker and Chuck Norris?
I remember at Survivor Series. I remember that. They were promoting it.
I think Chuck Norris.
The casket match. It was like a
Chuck Norris was the enforcer.
The enforcer, yeah.
And I think he ended up roundhouse kicking Vader or something like that. That was funny.
He did some sort of roundhouse kick because he was on that show.
Walker,
Texas Ranger, yeah, USA Network.
You see that's getting a remake?
Nah, I had no idea. Is it getting a remake? It
on
is.
CW.
Hogan was on Walker. I saw the episode where Hogan was on Walker, Texas Ranger. He played like the leader of a gang called the Jackals. It was so bad. Well, no. Then he was his character was like he changed and was like trying to end it was like racism going on between a basketball team. I don't know. It was like trying to put these kids on the right track and path of life or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was between like the whites and I think it was white kids and black kids. I'm not sure, but he was over there telling their story like, oh yeah, I used to be part of the Jackals and I was in the part of the deadliest gang. I was like, oh no, I can't take you seriously, dude. And I was like 10 or 11 when I was watching this.
Do you remember this, Jax? This comment?
You remember? No, I don't.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Kane, before he was Kane, was an evil dentist.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. That was his gimmick.
Isaac Yankem, DDS.
And his theme music was just a drill.
Yes, all it was, yeah.
That was his theme music.
Fake,
does anybody remember? Does anybody remember? Because like Mr. Death Metal said, Ultimate Warrior in WCW was horrible. I've only known.
Oh, it was terrible.
Okay.
It was beyond horrible.
It was bad.
It was so bad. I remember it was so bad. I remember when for some reason they gave Ultimate Warrior supernatural powers. And I remember I was on the phone talking to my homie Mike while I was watching Nitro. And Hogan was like, "Where is he, brother?"
Yeah.
Bischoff. He's like, "Where is he, brother? He's hiding, brother. I know he's around here somewhere." And all of a sudden, because they're in the locker room, they're in a dressing room, and Hogan you can find this on YouTube. Hogan turns, and you see Ultimate Warrior behind like the mirror, and the Warrior's behind the mirror going.
Oh, it's so bad.
And then Hogan's like, "Oh my God, brother, don't you see him, dude? He must have came through the cracks in the wall, brother. Yes. Oh my God!" And then Bischoff's like, "I don't see anything. I don't see anything."
It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. I remember.
And then when they finally wrestled each other, it was the worst wrestling match ever. And Hogan botched the flame attack.
Yeah, it was
he was
so.
Supposed to throw fire in Warrior's face, and he botched it. It was terrible.
The whole thing was.
Oh, but I didn't finish. Hold on. I didn't finish with the top 5. Kevin Nash. It's funny because now that I remember, Kevin Nash was one of the ones I hated at first, but then I end up liking a lot. So Kevin Nash is up there. I do agree with New Jack City. After I start watching more and more of his stuff, I was like, yeah, no, he was really good. It took a lot of risks, but he was really good. Oh God, I want to say, I want to add Eddie Guerrero on there too, but I feel like there's just like a mixture with a few other wrestlers that I don't really know who to separate. You know what I mean?
Right.
I did like the whole Benoit and Guerrero era, like the both of them. Even though
that was a great day. That was a great day when they both won the titles.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we know what happens after that, but up to that point, that was a great night.
Like I feel bad for even adding Benoit in there because I know what people think of him and everything. It was like, well, you gotta admit he was a good wrestler at some point, dude. Especially for these two guys were short. They were like 5'7". They weren't these big, gigantic guys, and that's why they left WCW was because of that reason.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go for Rey Mysterio as well. I mean, come on, man. He has some skills, Rey Mysterio. So
he can still wrestle.
Yeah.
Ray's like he's still just as good.
Rey Mysterio?
Yeah. He's still good.
Where is he now? I seen him come back and forth to
like WWE.
Well, unfortunately, the last thing I saw on YouTube, unfortunately, Ray is back at WWE, but they're doing the whole. His son's wrestling now. His son's supposed to be good.
Oh yeah,
but they're doing the whole storyline with the family, and I don't know if it's good or not. Chad will have to let me know.
It's a dumb one. Yeah,
I hate when there's the family lines in it. I feel like only the Hart family was able to do it right, but even so, they didn't make it so personal. I mean, at first it was, Bret Hart had a good character. He was really like egotistical and proud. Like he did a good job at it, but like everyone else is just cheesy. Like I don't want to know about your family. It's like I don't really.
But do you remember one of the worst storylines they threw Eddie and Ray in? Do you remember that bullshit?
No.
Who's the real father of Dominic?
Oh yeah, that's sort of like that now with what they're doing now. It's really
it's like, well, that was so bad. Like, dude, we want to see Eddie just wrestle Ray.
That's it.
What is this? Who I'm the real father? What are we doing?
I just want to clarify what Mr. Death Metal is saying. No, he just knows how to like get under my skin. No. If anybody remembers my wrestling videos that I made on YouTube, how I attacked her severely, and if anybody has seen me rant on Instagram stories, they know how much I extremely hated her from the beginning. So I just want to clarify that because I know not everyone's going to understand his sense of humor. I don't want people to think he's serious.
Well, Mr. Death Metal, you are incorrect, sir, because Jax's favorite wrestler is the Red Rooster.
Yes.
Yes.
I will take a Red Rooster any day. We'll go like that.
But I gotta get going though. I gotta roll.
Sir, this is supposed to be a 10-hour stream.
Yes,
10 hours. I thought you agreed.
No,
I'm in right here, buddy.
It's okay.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. These couple of almost 3 hours stream here. Thank you for hanging out.
That was fun.
Make sure you go over to Danny the Cinestalker YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, show support, show some love, as well as Jax.Btheripper. That's right. Make sure you go over there, subscribe to her as well. And you can subscribe to me if you want. If you're bored.
Check them out. Subscribe. Thumb it up. Leave a comment.
But yeah, you guys fucking rock. That's right. You guys are extreme.
Extreme. Wrestling, brother.
And that'll be the end of the podcast tonight. This was fun going down memory lane.
I liked it.
It started off with ECW, but we covered everything. What else you got there? You got any other merch? You missed his shirts, Jax.
I got the shirts.
Well, I'm gonna rewatch it anyway. So don't worry.
The shirts. These are the old. The hell that I brought out the old ECW catalogs. Those are the old ECW catalogs from the mail order catalogs from back in the day. Right there, and you got the old hotline number. And you have like T-shirts up here and tapes of like back when and stuff like that. I got a few of them up there too. And
enjoy that, man.
Oh, good stuff.
Could you put everything in a frame and like hang it?
Right in a frame on the wall. ECW T-shirts, ECW.
Oh, yeah, I remember those shirts.
You got this one.
Show the other one. There you go. Yeah,
it's my favorite one. Is this one? I always love that one. And the Tom and Jimmer always wore that one a lot, so it was always a cool one. But yeah, some old merch, kept the
good time. Yeah, man, take care of that stuff.
I always have. Man. I'm not gonna lose that. So especially these guys, you can't find these at all anymore. So I was like,
yeah.
But definitely fun stuff. Did it freeze up right there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it froze up. Okay.
That's a sign to call it quits. All right. Once it freezes too many, it's just time.
Yes, we did talk about Super Crazy and Tajiri. All right, last comment I had to comment on.
Awesome.
Yeah, their matches rock. All right, guys, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.